And we're live and in living color on a Thursday with wrestling news. Now, normally I usually tell you guys that we might be doing a video Thursday, depending on the wrestling news. We got some wrestling news for you guys today. So usually very often we get a lot of wrestling news that we need to talk about. And as you can see from the title, you got a new multi-year partnership, Jada Parker Heat. We got wrestling news. We got a lot. So with that in mind, I'm introducing a new segment within the Wrestling Pit podcast called the Deep Pit News.
News.
It's a free for all news. You know how it's something similar to what we always do on the Thursdays. It's a free for all. There's no particular order, I'm not gonna be choosing anybody going in particular order or nothing like that. But I will be starting off the news thing with, as you can see from the background, WWE has announced a new multi-year partnership with TNA. And I'm going to read to you guys what that entails. So this is coming. This is not rumor. This is not like a speculation. This was actually broken and announced earlier on WWE's website, and it says WWE and TNA Wrestling announced multi-year partnership. WWE, part of TKO Group Holdings and TNA Wrestling, one of the world's top wrestling brands and a subsidiary of Anthem Sports and Entertainment, today announced a multi-year partnership aimed at creating unprecedented crossover opportunities within WWE and TNA programming for, and here's the caveat, for NXT superstars and TNA wrestling stars. It said the agreement will enable talent to garner additional exposure across key WWE and TNA programming, including weekly flagship shows such as NXT, which airs live on the CW, and TNA Impact. Select WWE program premium live events and TNA pay-per-views, in turn bolstering their in-ring development with exposure to world-class talent and coaching. This historic relationship demonstrates that collaboration and competition do not have to be mutually exclusive, said Ariel Shahir, Senior Vice President of Content and Distribution for TNA Wrestling and Anthem Sports and Entertainment. Our partnership allows the TNA Wrestling brand and its incredible athletes to reach a significantly wider audience while giving WWE and NXT stars an opportunity to cross the line and gain valuable experience as they join forces with one another. The most talented rosters in professional wrestling today. The response to our collaboration over the past year has been tremendous, and both companies have benefited, but the fans have reaped the greatest rewards from this talent crossover and working relationship. We look forward to growing and evolving our partnership with TNA Wrestling and its outstanding group of athletes by creating new opportunities to further the development of our talent and to elevate the viewer experience at home, said WWE Senior Vice President of Talent Development, creative Shawn Michaels. Let's see. Former TNA Knockouts World Champion Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry frequently appeared on NXT programming in 2024, highlighted by an NXT Championship match featuring Hendry and Ethan Page at No Mercy, and an NXT Women's Championship match between Grace and Roxanne Perez at Battleground. Many NXT superstars also crossed the line into TNA wrestling, including Wesley's short-lived reunion with the Radicals, Charlie Dempsey and the No Quarter Catch Crew, Riley Osborne, Dante Chan, Gallus, Ariana Grace, Tatum Paxley, Izzy Dane, Wendy Chu, Brinley Reese, and more. TNA Impact airs on Access TV and TNA Plus in the US, in addition to being distributed. I messed that word up. Distributed internationally on TNA Plus and other leading broadcast platforms, including Sportsnet 360 across Canada. In November 2023, WWE and the CW announced a 5-year agreement to bring NXT to broadcast television for the first time in 13-year history. All right, that's a long-winded way of saying they made a new deal because I like that name since sorry I can't get on, but I will be on with the news. Okay. Chris is about to join us soon in here. But basically what all that means is this. TNA and WWE has come to an agreement, and they're gonna this because we never knew this first partnership. We didn't know how long it was gonna last, right? We didn't know it was gonna just be a month or two, couple or maybe 2 months, 3 months, but it pretty much lasted all the way through when it started. I can't remember, Jeff. Remind me, when did that TNA crossover start? Was it like September, August,
Yeah,
like or something like that?
yeah, I believe so.
Like it was basically from August, September, all the way to the end of the year. So basically now with this crossover, they're saying that this is going to be now instead of just starting like almost at the end of the year and stuff like that, it's going to be the whole year, and but it's only going to consist of uh NXT superstars crossing over. It won't be the main roster stars. It made Pacific that it was just as NXT and
Yeah,
TNA wrestlers.
yeah, it just
Um, I'm assuming maybe if they need somebody for the Royal Rumble, like they did before, like they let Jordan Grace be in the Royal Rumble. Um, but other than that, I don't see that. I guess they're not going to be coming to. It's going to be. It won't be no main roster superstars crossing over to TNA or anything like that. Unless the TNA superstar become WWE superstars, then you'll see. That's the only way you will see that. Like, of course, with whatchamacallit, Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry being free agents coming soon. I believe they should be free agents soon enough to be in the Royal Rumble. Like they contracts should be because Jordan Grace is about to finish up any day now, any week now. Cause I think she's about to wrap up, and then her contract should be up, and she should be a WWE superstar before the Royal Rumble, and she should be in the Royal Rumble. Um, but yeah, basically this is just saying that they're gonna go on a multi-year, and they're gonna do crossover with not just the regular shows, but the pay-per-views and all that type of stuff. And we should see we now with that, the most added caveat is that we should see more uh more better used crossovers and better storylines now that they know they're going to be working for a multi-year deal. We should see more integrated storylines, mixed up feuds. It's pretty much a good thing for NXT because we won't just be seeing NXT stars feuding with each other. We'll be sometimes it'll be a TNA superstar. Maybe it'll be a TNA um championship match. With the Femi might be defending against Moose or somebody like that. Just throwing names out there. Um, Even though I think Moose and Grace and Joe Hendry all about to be free agents soon, so they probably just gonna be WWE superstars anyway. But something like that. My only hope before I let anybody else take the floor is that I hope that this also allows, since we're doing a multi-year crossover, I would actually like someone under the TNA banner hold one of the NXT tag team, NXT, North American, women's North American, or the actual women's NXT championship or the men's NXT championship. I would like to see that happen. Cause that'd be huge, like, oh, it's somebody who's not in WWE, not employed with WWE, but they hold a WWE championship. That'd be huge. That'd be huge. But that's my hopes for it. That's my hopes. But yeah. Like I said, this is a free for all. So whoever feel like want to chime in on they with their opinion, go ahead and take the floor.
Man, um, I would say this is great. You know, big things are coming. Me and Chris was talking about this earlier. Uh, I was telling him that Billy Ray, when he did the Busted Open podcast, he was talking about how um you know AEW is not second to WWE anymore. Now that
Oh yeah,
TN
oh yeah, oh yeah. I seen that.
now that TNA done signed a
This multi-year contract.
multi-year contract with the partnership with WWE. I'm just like, man, I'm like,
Yeah, he said what he say. He said they the second best wrestling company in front of AEW because of this signing. He said this multi-year contract made them like the second best promotion.
hmm
I'm like, oh, okay. Well, hey, Bully's entitled to his opinion. But go
yeah.
ahead, Jeff. Finish your thoughts.
Now, Joe Hendry, I'm ready for him to just come on over, jump ship to WWE. He needs to hurry up and jump ship. I'm ready to see somebody like Trick Williams face Nick Nemeth or whoever else they got on the main roster. Because Trick, even
Well,
though Trick, even though Trick Williams,
didn't Nick, aka Dolph Ziggler, didn't he say he was never going to cross over? I mean, I think he said something to that effect that he didn't want to cross over. You know, he didn't want to do the whole NXT thing. 'Cause he already been in NXT.
right?
So I don't know. I would love for him to cross back over, but I think he said it. I think when they asked him about it, he said he wasn't going to do it. I mean, I don't blame him for it. But well, Jeff, I was going to say Jeff walked away. But go ahead. Who else do you want to see, Jeff?
Jordan Grace, I like her. Um, I want to see what they're gonna do with her in the WWE because she got potential, a lot of potential, and yeah, I can't wait. She has a lot of potential. She'll be a good matchup against like Jada Parker.
Huh?
I said she'll be great a great matchup against Jada Parker. Somebody like that.
Yeah. She would be a good matchup with Zarya and
Yep.
Delta. Rhea
Rock,
Ripley. Like there's some
Roxanne,
good matchups
shoot,
that
Roxanne
she could still
Perez.
be a
Because
part of.
Roxanne Perez, she's good too.
Hmm. Yeah.
All right, who else?
Chris. Anybody. Take the floor. I think Chris was having trouble with his equipment. Shay, you with us?
Yeah. Stop kissing me. Oh, Lord, you see what I go through all day long. Dang.
That was a nice way to come on.
I'm babysitting. Dang.
Bro.
Well, I don't really watch TNA like I used to, but it will be cool, yeah, to see Jordan Grace because I have seen her before. Joe Henry, of course. I don't know nobody else. I guess I have to look at the TNA roster to see because all the people I used to watch is gone. Like who used to be on them? The Hernandez brothers. I know they're gone. Um, just what's her name? It's the Star Girl.
You got
She
Moose.
retired. I think Angelina Love. I think they retired.
You got Moose still, and then
Yeah, you
you
got
got
moves.
the Hardy
Yeah, Jeff
boys.
Hardy and them over there.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about
You
that.
got you got Nick
Yeah.
Nimitz. He's over there.
Yeah, you
Um,
got Nick Nemeth, who AK used to be Dolph Ziggler.
Oh yeah, I like Dolph Ziggler. Always been a fan of him. Um, I'm trying to think what girls is over there. I'm trying to think.
I think the only person I knew other
Um,
than Jordan Grace was excuse me, was Mickey James and Trinity, aka Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, yeah. I forget she
I didn't
was.
know the
Yeah,
other
she used
I
to
don't
be.
know I didn't know the other women. Oh, there go Chris.
Yeah, Angelina Love and Velvet Sky. I think they're already gone. I think they've
Yeah, I
been
think
retired
Velvet Sky and them
a long time ago.
been gone like a long time ago.
Oh, can you hear me?
But I do remember
That's
them.
the TNA I remember.
That was a
Yeah,
while ago. That was a while ago.
yeah.
All right,
Can
Chris.
you hear me?
Yeah,
Hey.
we can hear you.
Okay, cool. So as far as the crossover thing, I think it's pretty. I mean, I think it's a pretty cool idea. Even though I thought they already, this is what WWE and TNA were already doing. But I thought it was more so with the like with main roster NXT or whatever. That's what I thought it was because I still want to see a match between Moose and Drew McIntyre. But since it's with TNA, WWE, NXT, and it kind of like okay, I think you guys already did it before, like recently did this,
No, I think.
and
Well, before you go further, I think what they're basically saying was the crossover that we've been seeing was just like a. It wasn't like a multi-year thing. It was just like from when they started into the end of the year. But I think now they making it official. They making it officially like a multi-year thing instead of just starting at September, August, September, or whatever till December. I think they now trying to make it like a big thing where now it's going to be multiple years, and throughout the whole year we could be seeing potential mix-up matchups and all that type of stuff. I think that's the difference.
okay, gotcha.
But
Yeah, but
it was always with NXT superstars though. Even when they started it last year, it was never going to be with the main roster. Besides Jordan Grace appearing at the in the Royal Rumble, it was never going to be with the main roster. It was always going to be with NXT.
Oh, so
yeah, that's true.
another thing before we go on, me and Chris was
You good?
talking about the Hardy Boys. They talking about they talking about they're gonna bring the TNA tag team titles over to NXT, and they
That'd
want
be cool.
Yeah.
and
That'd be cool.
Hey,
they want to face a tag team in NXT
That'd be
Okay.
fire.
for those titles.
so let's see. I think I'm able to share my screen from the news we're looking at on ringside. Hopefully it does. I'm hoping it don't slow down the stream. But go ahead, Jeff. Why did this?
Now go ahead. Anybody else got anything?
No, you good. I'm actually
It was
pulling up the
it
site so I can pull up.
No, I'm about to
it
say
would
yes.
be cool.
I mean, go ahead. Like, give your opinion. Like, I'm trying to think who else is in NXT that I want to see. Not NXT, but TNA that I would like to see them have a matchup with. But I mean, I would say Dolph Ziggler, but like I said, he said he wasn't about to do it. He didn't want to do it because he said he was already in NXT before he left.
It would have been cool if we could have got this, but y'all said it's only NXT. It would have been cool if they would have let the Street Profits fight Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy if they was gonna bring the tag titles over, because that would have been cool to see like a flyer versus flyer type of thing. Cause they flip a lot. That would have been cool, but that's not gonna
Mhm.
happen.
Yeah, no, yeah, they made sure they. I mean, like I said before, they said it last year, and they basically said here in that article I just read that it is only going to be NXT superstars and TNA wrestling stars. So
Right.
they don't have no plans for TNA to cross over with the main roster or not. They just said no, it's just going to stay to NXT,
Oh,
which in itself is basically them saying that they see TNA as an NXT level promotion They don't see them on the. They don't.
Bro,
I get. I mean, if you because you think about why is they only limiting TNA to the NXT if they're not trying to say they
right.
only see NXT. I mean, not TNA as NXT level. They don't see them on the same level as the main roster, or they just don't want to like mess up the stories that they got planned for the main roster, and they just want to keep it NXT where they got more freedom.
So so what I think they should have done was I think ROH should have got a deal with NXT, and then TNA got to deal with the main roster.
No,
You know,
okay.
worked with the main roster because I think
Right.
TNA has better stars on their roster than they do for NXT than NXT does. To be honest, I kind of think better not
I
necessarily.
agree.
I'm not saying like they got more veterans
Mm-hmm.
on in TNA. So I think like with ROH they got young talent and they can grow together and make each other better. With even though TNA can do the same thing with those guys, but I would say they work with somebody that's more seasoned up on the main roster than somebody that's you know under the main roster. But hey,
You talking about like if TNA was working with the main roster people, you think it would be more beneficial?
yeah, yeah,
Okay. I mean, yeah, I would
Hey,
think. I think so too. I think if they was to work with the main roster, it would be more beneficial because they it says in the article they trying to get more exposure and stuff. I'm like, well, what's more exposure than the main roster who travels
hmm
to different places here, different places there. But I think that's also part of the reason why they restrict them to TNA because TNA don't travel as much. So it is they over there in TNA like, okay, yeah, we could work with that because NXT don't travel as much, so we could work with that. They don't have to do much traveling and all that type of stuff. They could just stay. They
that,
could stay where they at and then
that's
come
true.
and
That's true. I get that.
it's like
I
it's more than I'm just trying to say it's more than what they say on the surface. It's got to be more like benefits and behind the scene things that's making it why they just want to keep
I
it
get
with
yeah.
NXT.
I see that now. I see it now. Why they're doing it, but yeah, I see now. Yeah, that makes more sense.
I mean that
But
I've been thinking about that all day, like since I saw that article. I'm like they basically was saying this before, and I'm just like I could never understand why they don't want to mess with the main roster. But then when I think about it, I'm like the main roster do travel a lot. And NXT don't. They rarely go to. They just start going to like different venues and different states and stuff like that. But their travel is very limited. NXT is more like AEW and TNA and New Japan, where they mostly in one place for majority of their shows, except when they want to go somewhere, or maybe like I think like for New Year's Eve they went to Los Angeles. Like it's stuff like that. Like they only travel for for certain shows and certain events and stuff like that. But just a regular NXT, they just basically in Florida. So I can see why they choose just to use NXT with the crossover instead of the main roster. So I think that's why they do it. That's just my opinion though, but I think that's why they do it. But then yeah, that's probably it too. Cause like I said, then when you got the main roster, they stories are their stories, and then like how you gonna interrupt. Well, no, you could work elimination chamber. You could have elimination chamber be like somebody TNA superstar be one of the chamber people. It's certain pay per views you could do it with like elimination chamber and Money in the Bank. Yeah, it's certain things that would work on the main roster with them, but again, it's still the traveling though. Because then, like, look what they did. They travel overseas for some of these shows, and what maybe some of these people can't travel overseas. So I don't know. It's all is pros and cons to all of this. So that's what I feel like that's why they stick to NXT. I think it's just easier. But hey, we all know Vince McMahon would never had done nothing like this. He'd be like, no, we are isolated. Chris, where you go, man? All right, Chris, we just lose Chris. We be losing him back and forth, man. But anybody else? Anybody got any more things they want to add before we move on to the next piece of news?
What was y'all just talking about?
Just what you call it, TNA and the benefits of why they choosing to just only work with NXT.
Oh, I ain't got nothing else.
You ain't got nothing else. All right, Shay, you got anything to add? Anything you want?
No, not with the TNA. It's cool or whatever, but we're gonna see how it goes. I can't wait for the Royal Rumble now since they saying that. Like, are we gonna see some of them in the Rumble? Is that possible?
I mean, they allow. I would think if they need, especially I guess for the women's side, if they need they need the women to make up the 30 women World Rumble, they might use some TNA
Oh,
TNA
so you,
I
superstars. But
can't wait to see Hardcore Country.
oh, I got something. I got something. I can't wait. I want to see Moose. Moose. I want to see him in the Royal Rumble. Let me see. Who would I want him to eliminate? Oh,
Drew McIntyre. Hallelujah. Say it again.
yeah,
Drew McIntyre. I was gonna say. I was gonna say if AJ Styles come back,
Ooh, that would be cool.
AJ
mm.
Styles, or like a
No,
semi.
don't do Sheamus like that. You would say Sheamus?
I was gonna say a Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens if they, if they're in the Rumble. Maybe Solo if he's in the Rumble.
Yeah, Solo.
And I love you, Solo.
Or even he could eliminate Jacob. Because you know Jacob is going to be in there.
Ah, I don't know. And then you got to think about it, the surprise returns too. Like what surprise returns are we gonna have? What do you think we're gonna have for the men?
Definitely Brock Lesnar. I know that one for a fact.
Yes, we all know that one. Um,
What else? John. Oh, we already know John
Yeah,
Cena.
we already know about
Randy.
John Cena.
Randy. We know
Yeah,
Randy
right.
coming back at the
yep,
Royal
Randy.
Rumble.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but
They,
yeah, thanks
look,
for
they
the
said something about. They
thanks for the
said something
leak.
about. I hate to say his name. I hate to say his name, but they said Ric Flair is gonna be a part of.
Oh no,
He's gonna be a part of Royal
Grandpa,
Rumble.
Yeah,
Grandpa
I've been
Flair,
hearing that he wanted to be a part of the World Rumble. No, Rick, go
sit
away
out.
with Hulk Hogan, please.
And then I'm just saying Goldberg. Goldberg could be a
I was
part.
just about to say that Goldberg. That would be cool though. We ain't see Goldberg in a Rumble in a minute.
Goldberg. Goldberg.
Goldberg, run it out,
Bro,
Goldberg.
bro,
Hey, when
what,
they knock on that door, if they get the knock on the door, you know it's for real. You
bro,
know it's for real.
what if they do Goldberg versus Moose? Oh,
That would be cool.
Yeah,
Goldberg
that'd be
versus Moose,
cool.
and they did go. If they had Moose eliminate Goldberg,
For
I
definitely for
want
the
Drew
women's, I would
McIntyre.
definitely
I'm
say,
looking up.
yeah. Definitely for the women's, I definitely say Mickey James is gonna be there. I know her.
the
I
Bella
know
Twins.
Alexa Bliss.
I heard the Bella Twins is supposed to
Oh,
return, so they might
that'd be cool.
they might be in there. The one I really want to be in the Rumble, Take a
Probably
guess, y'all.
Melina.
Take a guess.
I know Melina might be in there though.
A lot of people been talking about her for a
Um,
while to come back.
Beth Phoenix? No.
No, no.
No, no,
Um,
no.
Kelly Kelly?
Mm-mm,
Ah,
mm-mm. It's
Um,
easy. Chris, you should know this one.
you're
um.
not talking about a certain flair, are you?
Huh?
Oh,
You're not
Charlotte Flair.
talking
That's gonna
about.
be a pop.
You're not talking about Shar, are you?
Shar Shar. No. No.
Oh, I'm trying to think.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm just gonna say it. Either AJ Lee
oh yeah,
or
that's gonna be good.
Alexa Bliss.
We're definitely getting Alexa Bliss. I know that for a fact.
And then we could get, I'm just saying, I wouldn't mind seeing Michelle McCool, her come
Oh yes.
and be in the Rumble.
Jillian Hall for the funniness. We need her for the funny parts. When she try to sing in the ring, we need that. Definitely, we
Bro,
need that.
what if they brought,
Mm.
bro? What if they brought Jacqueline?
Well, I will say this: if the leaks are true, it's more surprises on the women's side than the men's.
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes,
If the leaks, because I'm just been looking at I was looking at it, and the men's have maybe like one or two surprises, and the women's side got way more. They got way more.
bro.
I
What
wonder if
if,
Melina gonna come out as hardcore country or the other one. I wonder which one she gonna do. Because she was with TNA before she, left. So she might do TNA. I don't
Cool.
know. Melina. I'm not Melina, sorry, Mickey James.
bro,
I don't
bro?
know.
The person I really want to be in the men's Rumble, to be honest, Joe Hendry. I don't care what nobody say. Joe Hendry,
Yeah. He should be in
Yeah.
there.
hands down, Joe Hendry.
All right. All right. Chris, you with us? I thought I heard Chris's voice.
Earth to
No,
Chris. Earth
Earth
to
to
Chris.
Chris. Come on, Chris.
Chris, what's going on?
What's going on, Chris?
Wake up, Chris.
Chris over there asleep from work. All right. So now that we pretty much cover the multi-year partnership, you about to see what we're about to talk about next.
All right.
Well, Chris, you here?
Yes.
So, did you have anything to add before we move on to?
No.
Uh, okay. So, if you
Yep,
guys
I'm
notice,
good.
I changed the background. You can't see it because we all blocking it, but the lovely Miss Jada Parker's in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So,
On
the
this
two
Chris.
short, the two short read version is that over the past couple of days, Jada Parker has found herself in a particular heated situation. And no, we're not talking about the rumor, though we is going to get to that, but not the rumor of her being the Yeats been getting got by the Jay Uso. But we are gonna get to that. We are gonna get to that. But on a serious note, and if you get triggered, I'm warning you, there's some triggers in here. We're just giving our opinions. This is true, but it is I will give trigger warnings for the sensitive because this is a sensitive topic. So you've been warned. Everybody's been warned now.
And we're
So
not gonna go all into detail.
we're not gonna go all into the details of it, but the basics of it is this, because this is not a political channel, but some laws has been passed about transgender women not being able to participate in women's sports or certain women's sports. It wasn't like they didn't ban them all from all women's sports. It was just like a certain it was certain sports that the law did ban them from. And Jada Parker liked the post about it. But because she liked the post about it, she's been getting some serious heat and backlash from the WWE universe. And well, not just the WWE universe, but everybody. They people who watch WWE, people who don't watch WWE, she been getting some backlash. And I think they said she responded to it. I have to go back and look at it once I let y'all take the floor, but I'm pretty sure they said she responded to it. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, that's right. I can actually pull it up real quick so you guys can, so I can let you guys know. But go ahead and share it real quick, and I'll let you know what the response is.
So, but like I said, yeah. So basically, without going into super detail and all that type of stuff, Jada Parker basically liked the post, and she's been getting backlash from it. Most people think she, her career is over with or whatnot, and in my humble opinion, I think it's stupid to be getting worked up on. Um, I even tell it to the guy. I told it to the guys, I don't care what you do in your life. Your life is your life. How you want to live your life, do it. Be free to do it. I'm happy for you to do it. However you want to live your life within the legal means. And let me make that clear. Within legal means. That don't mean I want you to go out there and rob people's houses and cars and stuff like that. Within legal means. But in this particular case, whatever your sexual orientation is, whatever you choose to do with your life, you do it. I'm happy for you. I have no ill will towards you. That's how I see it. We all one under the sun, as I say. We all one under the sun. So at the end of the day, whatever you do, it doesn't affect me. I got enough problems in my life to be worried about, and to be getting mad over what somebody do with their life. But I do think it's fair that transgender women should not be competing with regular women because of the biological implications of that. Us men are stronger than women just biologically. We are stronger. We are faster.
Right. And I
And
agree. Now the
and
response that was said.
go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just about to say, and they
Okay.
sold it.
The
They
response
have
that was
sold it with
said
the
by her
transgender
said,
competition
"Don't get."
that they're
Go
stronger
ahead.
and faster. So it's just fair. I think that's fair. I do want them to have their competitions. I do. I would love for the transgender community to have competitions they could compete in. I just think it's not fair for them to compete with biological women. That's just I'm not hating on them. Like I said, I love everybody under the sun. I don't care you black, white, blue, red. I don't care what color you is. I don't care what sexual orientation is. What you do in your life. I love you all the same. I just think fair is fair. Women should be competing with women. Transgender women should be competing with other transgender women. It's just how it should go. But go ahead, Chris. You said you got her response.
Yes, I do. And it says, "Don't get nothing twisted. I support the LGBTQ community, but it says I am a woman who also played in D1 sports. If y'all can understand that, I don't know what else to tell you."
All right, short and sweet. I wouldn't if I was WWE. I wouldn't have her respond. But I mean, she is right though. I mean, she's in a sport where okay,
Yeah, she
put it
played.
like this.
I think she played soccer before.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, she played soccer.
if she played soccer before, how if she played soccer, how would she feel that the person standing across from her
Is a man.
is a man built like Trick Williams coming at her trying to take the ball from her? Or that's bring it to WWE. What if she had a match and it was Trisha Williams, but it's just Trick Williams, right? But Trisha Williams, she got arrested Trisha Williams. That's not going to be fair. Trisha Williams is about to dominate her. Even in kayfabe and in fake rest, in the fake fuse and all that type of stuff. And I don't like to use the word fake, but you know what I mean. Scripted wrestling is still
Yeah.
gonna look like she's getting dominated. So I understand what she's saying, but from a business standpoint, I wouldn't have her respond at all. I would have told her not to respond. Um,
Yeah, that
because
that's just
at this
that's
point,
just like that's just like Sonya Kiss. That's that was an AEW. I don't know if it still is in there. Sonya Kiss was like a black guy that looked at like a lady. Jeff, you know who I'm talking about. Well, no, it was Sunny Kiss. My bad, Sunny Kiss. Yeah,
And then
and then there was also another one that used to be with Vicky Guerrero at one point in AEW when she was there. I cannot remember the name of it, but if Shane was here, he'll definitely tell you who it is. But I cannot remember the other person though. That was a man, but he was like, well, man, lady, whatever you want to call it. But I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but I'm just giving that example.
Tyler Rex. I forget what his name is now.
I don't want to know it.
I forgot what what she, I should say, call herself now. But that's another example. Even though Tyler Rex transitioned over into a woman, Tyler Rex will still be a lot stronger than most of the women on the roster. Just saying. So it's a gray area with this, but I just want to say from a business standpoint, I would not have if I was Shawn Michaels, I was Triple H, I was anybody in me. I was actually not even Shawn Michaels, Triple H. I was the media, person that responsible for the media, social media stuff. I would have told her do not respond. Because at this point, you're in a trap now. Anything you say, they're going to try to spin it in a negative light.
Exactly. Same thing like with the Corey Graves stuff. Same exact way. Now
we're
we
gonna
done
get,
stirred up something bigger.
we're going to get to Corey
Oh, yeah.
Graves. We're going to get to Corey Graves. But, yeah, anything you say at this point is just going to get spent. So, it's no point in responding at this point. But that's just my 2 cents. I'm gonna set up now and let y'all give y'all opinions on it. Anybody, take the floor. Somebody. It's a free for all. I don't got to call on you today.
Oh, okay. Well, me, I pretty much have to say I agree a little bit, man. Everything he pretty much said. But as far as like, getting into like saying stuff and you're like this famous celebrity person, everyone knows who you are. I mean, it's like you don't put yourself out there now. Now it's going to stir up a lot of stuff within WWE about transgender people and everything. So now they're really going to have to try to figure out a way to try and fix it, as it hasn't got everywhere, I would say. But as soon as like one transgender person sees this, they're gonna retweet it, and then they're gonna run with it, and then that's where it's gonna stir something up big as far as WWE. But I mean, she probably didn't know that, by her being in NXT. But normally when she haven't really been in NXT for a while, I think she only been there at what, half a year, something like that.
Who's that?
Parker.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she hasn't been there yet a long.
Yeah, it's either 6 months or a year.
Yeah, it's about a year and a half. Yeah,
She was there when Solo came. She came.
she was.
She came up with. I think she came up with right after Solo did.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
Yeah, I think it was after him.
I think she might have been in the same class with Solo and Ava.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in the same class with Solo.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely gonna raise some eyebrows, and it's gonna get a little bit worse than that Corey Graves thing that we'll mention later, as Little Big Man stated.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna get worse because this ain't because like we'll get into it when we talk about Corey Graves. With him, it could be like a work shoot thing, but this is just pure somebody giving a opinion or point on a political statement, and it could go south for her, because it could. Trust me, when people get mad at you like this or stuff like this, it could take a minute for it to blow over.
But I don't think she was wrong, but I
No,
don't think
no, no, she
but
wasn't
I don't
wrong.
think she was right either because it can go both ways. She could be right, you know, you know, everybody has their own opinion. So that's why I said she's right, but she's not she's not wrong either. I mean, yeah. So it's just like, okay, say for instance, if it was one of us, you know, normal people, you know, people, she's a human being just like we are. She's normal just like us. Only thing is she works for a bigger company than what we do,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
and they look at her as a role model to young people.
Mm-hmm.
And so, they're gonna bash all these celebrities because all these kids and adults too look up to them. And so I'm just like, get over it. She said what she said, and that's it. Like, I agree. Like, people that like men that transition to a female shouldn't be in a female sport, or vice versa. A woman that transitions to a man shouldn't be, you know,
In a male sport.
yeah, in a male sport. So it's just like, no, they should have their own sport.
Yeah, I'm not, and that's what we saying. We're not saying they can't have competition. They can't have, like, the sports and the competitions, but
They can
we're
be
just
have
saying,
fun like
just keep it with,
a regular person.
yeah, just don't have a transgender woman being competing against a biological woman, because in the sense of that
Oh,
biologically,
perfect.
that transgender woman is going to be stronger.
Hey, little big man. Perfect example. When they had the Olympics, when they had that transgender man swim with the women, they
Hmm.
they let him swim with them, and she ended up winning, or something like that. I think she ended up winning, and folks was mad because you know transgender, and they didn't like it because she was once a man and now she's a female. I'm just like, if they allow it to happen, then that's on them, not on that person.
Yeah, and you know what, and that's the thing. That's on them, because if I'm correct, if I remember it correctly, they were saying, like, when those competitions were happening, the women had to sign an actual waiver to agree to
Yes,
to compete. So
yes.
in that sense, it still was unfair, but you signed up for it. You signed the waiver to allow that person to compete. So if you got beat, that was on you.
Just like they said, I think I can't remember what it was for. Oh, well, it was for football. I don't know if it was for college or pro. But anyway, they said if a woman um becomes a man, then she could play football with the men. I'm just like, I don't
No,
know if I would want that to happen.
hell no. She gonna get destroyed.
I'm like, I don't know if I would want that to happen.
I wouldn't want that to happen, just for the safety of the fact that if you put a woman, even though the woman is transitioning over into a man, you put her in that situation in football, she's going to get destroyed. And trust me, when those dudes hit her or hit him, she gonna remember she or her, Because
And
that,
we're
and
not
I'm not even trying, and I'm not trying to. Again, I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm not trying to make fun. I feel when if I've been tackled before, I'm a man, and I've been tackled before, and I turned into a woman myself because that stuff hurts.
and the thing is, y'all, hear us out. We're not bashing the community. We just speaking our minds about it because just because y'all think it's right don't mean we think it's right.
Yeah,
And the next person. And so
yeah,
on.
Exactly.
like
So
it's based, and like I said, I don't. Whatever you do in your life, you are free to do it. I'm just saying, when it comes to competition, keep it this way and keep it this way. That's all I'm saying. Outside of competition, hey, it
you
is
do
what
what
it
you
is.
want.
Do what
Do
you
what you
want.
want.
Do what you want.
We're all human at the end of the day. So, they say you ain't got a level, but you do gotta show respect. So I'll show my respect and move on with my life.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna. I was raised. I was raised no matter what a person do in their life. I have no right to judge them. So I'm not
Hmm.
gonna judge you. I'm not gonna say anything about it. Hey, do you?
Like people
But
say, listen and don't judge.
right. But when it comes to competition, yeah, no, that can be something that we can't be because
Right.
it's just the way we're built. We're built naturally more faster and stronger. And I want the women who work hard at their craft to be able to show that. I don't want them to feel cheated because they work hard, but they couldn't do it. They couldn't do something because they was up against something, some they was up against a woman who was not a biological woman that's biologically stronger than them. So that's how I feel. I feel like in the end of the day, was Jada Parker right for liking a tweet or whatever, a post, whatever it was? Sure, she was. Sure, she has the right to do that as an
It's her social
American
media.
citizen.
She
She has a
she can do
right
what
to
she
do what she wants. She has the right to like what she want to like and dislike what she want to dislike.
freedom of
But
speech.
from a business standpoint, do I agree with what she did from a business standpoint? No.
Uh-uh.
From a business standpoint, I don't agree. Because that could have negative effects on WWE.
Well, really, it
That could
just
have.
depends on how you look at it.
I mean,
Right.
if you look at it from a business standpoint, now this is a PR nightmare for WWE because she's a reflection of them.
Yeah.
Jada Parker's employee or however they classify wrestlers, working for WWE. I guess they say what independent contractors or something like that. Whatever how they do it, they represent WWE. So anything she do negatively reflect it hurts them as a company, and that's the last thing a big company like WWE wants is being labeled instaphobes and they this phobia and they that phobia. They don't want that. And that all it could just take one person like Jada Parker to spark stuff off.
Right.
Okay.
From a business standpoint, no, I don't think she should have done it. I think she should have just out because if I was in the media, I was the media person, I would have told her that was something that you should have kept to yourself because you're in the limelight, you represent us, and anything you do that could be spent in a negative light could blow back on us. It's not about blowing back on you. You can't stop it from blowing back. Just you can't keep it just blowing it back on you. It's gonna hit us too. Because they're gonna be like, well, you're not punishing her, you're not doing anything to her, so you must support what she supports. So it's so many different ways they could spin it to where it could backfire on WWE.
Okay,
That's
I got something for y'all. So put yourself in her shoes. How would you have handled the situation?
well, like I said, for me, I wouldn't have done it at all. I would have just kept that to myself. I wouldn't have liked the post. I wouldn't have done anything. It would have just been something I kept to myself. I wouldn't have said nothing. I wouldn't have did nothing that could bring negative light to me or the company that I work for. So I wouldn't have did nothing at all. I wouldn't have even made it known that I supported that.
I feel sometimes people feel that they don't think of other people's reactions and their feelings. Like, I understand her saying what she had to say. I felt like she could have just kept scrolling. I kept scroll. Sometimes I don't even if it feels something to me. Sometimes I don't even like anything. Sometimes I just keep scrolling, and I felt like she should have kept scrolling because you got to think about all those LGBTQ people that feel some type of way about what she said. It's not their fault that, they want to play and people not treating them fairly. They've been battling things their whole life. They have things going. We all know about LGBTQ community. We know they fight for a lot of stuff. And for her ass to sit up there and twiddle and tweet and do those little things, shame on her, because as a businesswoman, when you in the field of sports, when you're actually playing professional sports or even any type of professional NFL sports analyst, anything, you cannot sit up there and say those type of things like that. I understand her apologizing. She should have just left it like this. She should never ever said anything, because now they but to bash that girl. They but to just eat her alive on Twitter. And you know how them Twitter fans is. They be tweeting and they be tweeting it up. She's but to really see how they feel, because I mean, I understand how she feel too, but I wouldn't say that out loud. Like, that's not the type of person I am. I would never say that out loud.
Now the thing is with me, if I would have seen something like that, I probably would have, you know, just said would have, shared it to like Chris or something and said,
Right.
and share my comments. But I'm not gonna put it out there for the whole world to hear it
Yeah.
or to see it rather. Like,
No,
no, I'm
especially
not. I'm not that type of person.
Mm-mm.
especially when you're in the limelight like that. Like if for us, it wouldn't matter. Nobody know who the heck we are at the moment,
Not yet.
Exactly.
but
Not yet.
not yet. But somebody like Jada Parker, somebody like Triple H, and don't get me wrong, this is not even just about wrestling. This is for any celebrity of any business, whether it's sports, whether it's movie, TV shows, whatever you do. If you're a celebrity, this is stuff that you should actively
You
avoid.
ain't even gotta be a celebrity. Anybody in the world.
This is stuff you should actively avoid because once you step in that minefield, it's hard to get out of it without something going off. Trust me.
Because those folks got
Yep.
feelings just like us regular people.
Yep. And she stepped in there and she did what she did. Now she gonna see that pool of people coming for her, and she gonna see how it feel.
The thing
Oh
is,
yeah,
you don't know what they're
that's right.
going through.
That person I was mentioning earlier a little bit, man, was Nyla Rose. This person here that Vicky Guerrero or
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know who
Nyla
you were
Rose.
talking
Yeah,
about. I had a feeling you were talking about her.
yeah.
I
I
like
like
And
her.
remember.
the
I
other
remember. I
Oh
remember
yeah,
when
I
she was
like her.
wrestling. It was like a big topic because she was the first ever transgender wrestler that was wrestling
this
in the female sport.
Hmm.
this is
At
and
least
this
on
is
prime, at least on the prime time TV. Anyway, at least on prime
and
time
that
TV.
I don't know if you can see this Sunny Kiss person.
Yeah,
I can see it a little bit. I keep
Yeah.
seeing like her stomach,
yeah, I know what she.
He,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
but I think I know who you're talking about though. I think I know who the Sunny Kiss person is.
But
Uh, I was gonna say, look, take the example of y'all. Have y'all
hold
seen
on.
like the new trailer for the live action Snow White movie?
no,
Well, if you have the woman who's playing Snow White, she made some very stupid remarks about how they changing the Snow White movie, and it's probably going to be the reason why the
why did
Snow
you
White
Uh,
live
why
action
did you have to
movie
put that on the screen,
is
Chris?
not going to do well. Her name is Zoe Zegler. Zegler. Oh yeah. I know. I know that person too. Yeah, I do. I know who that person is.
yeah.
Yeah, but
No.
yeah, my point is she's an actress. She made some very disparaging remarks in this field of woke where people are not liking about movies and TV shows and video games with all the woke stuff that's being put into it, the woke political stuff. And
Right.
she went right and stuck her foot in her mouth, saying that the Snow White movie, she won't be getting saved by the prince, and they won't be doing this, and the prince is barely in the movie. Snow White is more of a tough action hero girl in this movie, and it's not nothing at all what the traditional Snow White story is. So in that
Mm-mm.
regard, she might have tanked that movie before it even came out. What's up, Sabier? How you doing, buddy? But yeah, that's just an example of anybody of the celebrity variety sticking their foot in their mouth on something they shouldn't say because it could hurt the brand. She definitely hurt the Snow White movie because a lot of people since her comments are saying they're not going to go see the movie since she made those comments. So that's why I was saying in the app to you guys that celebrities as a whole need training. They do. They need training when it comes to political and stuff like this because you say the wrong thing and it could just spiral out of control.
Yes.
And it could. And it could hurt your company, the company you work for. It's hurting Disney right now. So
It's
I
gonna hurt WWE.
and
All
yeah,
right. Going on, same here.
if this thing gets out of control with Jada Parker, it could hurt WWE too. Yeah, it can. WWE got some investors. WWE got some
What?
investors.
Real quick, Jeff, enlighten us on this thing that's regarding her and the Geek Man. Just so Shay
Oh
could,
Go
yeah. I
ahead, little
forgot
big
about
man.
she
that.
asked me about it earlier. I was trying to
You
find,
got
I couldn't find that part of it.
Y'all want me to go? I'd say
yeah, yeah,
it.
go ahead.
Yes,
Go ahead.
yes, go ahead.
Oh, so hold on a sec. About the Snow White, she just being her. She's a feminist. I mean, yeah, she is. She's just being her, but at the same time, her comments hurt the movie before it even came out, and they was considering canceling the movie as at the huge backlash it got. But they still gonna put the movie out, and the movie's still probably gonna do bad because nobody wants to go see her now because of her comments. Look at whatchamacallit, the girl who played uh uh Captain Marvel in the Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
She said a couple of things, and now nobody likes going to see the Captain Marvel movies because of her comments. It's a trickle down effect, and it's costing Disney millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But so the J.R. Parker thing, the other thing is when I think Chris or somebody shared it. That article also talks about another controversy with Jada Parker, but this time it has something to do with a married man, our own Yeet man, and that Yeet. My man Jay has been rumored. Now this is a rumor. This is not confirmed, like how it was confirmed for the whole Jada Parker when she got the heat for. But this part is just actually pure speculation, rumors. But the rumor says that Jay Uso has been clapping the yeets of Miss
Clapping
Jada
yeets.
Parker. They say he's been,
Clapping
and
yeets.
I'm making light of it. But the problem with all this is this: Jay is married. Jay is a married man. Now his wife is not a WWE superstar,
No.
so she's not on the road with Jay Uso like that. But the controversy is the rumor is that he's been caught cheating on his wife with Miss Jada Parker. The,
Allegedly.
the Yeats man, Yeet, has been clapping the Yeets.
In the video.
She said end the
Wait,
video.
wait, what?
It's a video. I saw it this morning
It's a
Oh
video
yeah.
about what?
Okay.
Is
of
it
old boy Austin Theory group, some with a shoe, and then we saw her lace
Oh
pants, and
yeah,
he was
drinking out of a
rubbing her
shoe. I see it.
side.
Wait a minute. You said one. You
Wait,
said
hold on.
Austin Theory did a video and Jada Parker and Jay Uso
Yeah,
was in it.
it looks like it was Grayson Waller had like some kind of drink in the shoe, and she was drinking the drink out the shoe.
And
Kind
Jay
of,
Uso was
kind of.
there.
That's what they said, and said she was stroking Jay Uso's leg or something.
Oh, oh wow.
Uh, Let me see if I can share it real quick. Just go continue. Continue on.
What the so Savior said, and then don't hire a feminist to play a woman. Simple fix. I mean, yeah, that. I mean, yeah. I mean, I would have done it. I would have recast her because
Right.
after what she said, so that I could try to save the movie and save millions of dollars. But you know, it was done. What was done was done. But uh, what I was gonna say now? Ah, man, I lost my train of thought. Jay, but Jay. Oh, I was gonna say this. So let's get real for a minute. It's WWE, right? Now it goes back to where I was talking about why TNA, in a sense, would TNA and them would agree to or work with NXT because NXT and them don't really travel a lot. But on the main roster, 365 days you're traveling.
4.
Well, 64, yeah, because they get they get Christmas off and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they get more than that off now because they starting Triple H got them getting like long, like almost weeks and stuff. Like they film
Yeah.
like they was filming most of December and stuff like at the end of November and beginning of December, so they can have majority of those weeks off before they get back regular schedule as usual. But my point is, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they cheat. Now, the ones who don't cheat are usually the ones who are dating, is usually the men or women who are dating each other that's actually in the business. Like, so Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I'm surprised. The reason why I don't think Seth Rollins would cheat on Becky because Becky's with him. She travels with him. But somebody like Jay Uso, that's why it takes a strong, like I would say this. If you ever got the opportunity, God bless you if you do, to be a WWE superstar and you get like a girlfriend who's not a wrestler, but she agrees to be with you, she marries you, she sticks it with you. You're gone most of the year. She don't get to be with you and stuff, but she sticking with you, stick by you.
She raised you your kids.
Raising the kids, whatever. You're gonna get most likely get cheated on. You're most likely gonna get cheated on because we're human at the end of the day. We all like sex. And at the end of the day, I'm being frank right now. But at the end of the day, even though they're superstars, they're still what? Human. And humans have needs. And you're going 365 days. You're across the world. I think what Jay and them they live in California, don't they? Like they don't stay on the East Coast. They stay on the West Coast. But guess what? Most of the shows that you put on are on the East Coast for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So you're on the other side of the country. You ain't about to fly back home to get no yeast, get no yams.
No,
I
yeah.
mean, he need to. He need
He
to.
now I'm not I'm not condoning cheating. I think cheating is wrong. He should have flown home. If this is all true, he should have flown home if it was that bad that he needed some to go get some. But I'm at the end of the day, I'm going to be truthful. I'm not surprised. Everybody in that company has cheated at least one time. Look at the fact we're talking about Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon has cheated on his wife,
Jimmy.
and Linda do not give a f. Linda is not going to leave Vince. She hasn't left Vince. She didn't even bother to respond. Yeah, like
God dang.
okay. I'm gonna put it to you like this before I let Chris and everybody take the floor. Beyonce, what did she do when Jay-Z cheated?
She got her sister to slap that boy up in the elevator.
Yeah, but did she leave him?
No.
Oh no.
Did she? Okay. But she made a song that said she would leave if you disrespected her like that. But in reality, when it finally did happen to her, she stayed.
Yep, she never gonna leave that man, even when he
Because
go
of
to
what?
jail.
Because everybody she would date after anybody she date other than Jay-Z would be a downgrade. Because nobody's on Jay-Z level when it comes to money and success.
Yep.
So anybody she dates is a downgrade. So she just took that L on the chin.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Linda McMahon. She took that. She just took it on the chin. Was like, "Hey, I got kids with him. I got an empire with him. If she want to be a SLUT, then let her be that. I'm not about to leave my husband because she want to be a SLUT.
He the richest man that I know.
Right? He's the richest man I know. He a billionaire. Why would I care? Why would I leave him? It's just. Hey,
What?
but that's just at the end of the day, I don't condone cheating. I don't.
Mhm.
I hope it's not true. But if it is true, I'm also not surprised. And to be honest, I believe more so than not, except for a few people, I believe more so than not, most of the men and women have cheated on their spouse because of the fact that they on the road and don't have time to be with their spouses. We have heard former men and women champions said that former men and women wrestlers from WWE say that it's hard to be in a relationship with somebody that's not in the business because you're not with them so much.
Right.
Most
Right.
and they have said they lost relationships like that because they're not with them so much, and then the people who are with them who stick it through most likely get cheated on. So
It is what it
it
is.
is what it is. It is what it is.
Hey, little big man, and that goes back to um when they said something about I think it was Jay Uso, him and Rhea Ripley with all the stuff that they was doing. Like,
Right.
man, get over it. Like, and stuff like that happens.
Right.
Sometimes it's storyline.
I mean, yeah,
Well, I
for
know he's
Shane
shaking
and
that head
Rhea was
now.
storyline. And
It's
Rhea
it's
has said it
storyline
too.
for
She
them to
said
do
even
that.
when she was kissing Dominic Mysterio and stuff, she said she talked with Buddy and told Buddy like, when I'm at work, Dom is the boyfriend. When I'm at home, you're my husband. Like it's part of my job, and that comes with the territory. Sometimes you're not going to be able to be in a relationship storyline with your girl, with your actual real wife, or they're gonna want you to be in a relationship with Charlotte Flair.
And I was
Yeah,
telling
that's
You
that,
gotta,
and
you
I was
gotta do
telling
your
Chris,
job, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was telling Chris
that's just
about
like
this.
Booker T.
Go ahead, Chris.
Oh no, I said that's just like Booker T and Prince Charmel. I don't know if they were actually together before he became King Booker or not. Do you remember a little bit, man?
Oh yeah, well,
If they
about
were dating at
when
the time?
Yeah,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Queen Charmel and Booker T was together for a long, long time.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
I remember.
okay,
Yeah, they was even before she did the whole Queen Charmel thing. I think they met in WCW when she was because I remember in WCW Queen Charmel was basically one of the dancing girls, whatever they was doing in WCW, and I think that's when Booker T met her, and I think they just been together ever since.
gotcha.
Okay. What you said they cut down long travels because they get some time off now. Not as many households now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they cut now. It should be more easier because they don't got as much house shows and the schedule is really reduced because Triple H want to give people time to be with their loved ones. So it should be a lot more easier than it was back in the day. But still,
But
even with that,
still.
you still going to be traveling to a lot more than you is at home. A lot more, so
You said, "Can I get to them yams? Sweet yams."
yeah.
He wanted them.
Hey,
Buddy ain't gonna do nothing with Jay because Jay Jay and Rhea never really they didn't even really go. That's a
I'm
storyline
happy
they
they
never really
didn't.
even went with. They
I'm
just
so
teased they
happy.
just teased it and stuff, and then they just moved on. Like she hasn't interacted with Jay Uso on TV in so long now. It's been like a month and a half, maybe two. That Rhea since we said last saw. And I think the last thing Rhea Ripley did was come out during Jay Uso's entrance, like on the side of the stage, and start yeeting. I think that was like the last thing she did for Jay.
I'm so happy that didn't happen because we didn't want to hear Rakishi mount. Now we're going to hear his mount now for real.
Yeah, no, yeah. Rikishi is about to go off.
Yep.
But yeah. So
I can't. I can't. I can't wait to see
anybody
what he's
wanted
gonna say.
to add to the Jada Parker thing?
Nope. Well, let's see where we're
Huh, what
gonna
do you
move
say?
to.
I said, did anybody got before we move on to Mr. Corey Graves?
Hold on, I
Did
want to say
anybody,
something real fast. Since I am, the wife, I feel so very, very disappointed, and I feel very used, and I feel very embarrassed for me.
Hey, oh,
Cause he
I
could have
got
came home.
I forgot about that. We got Jay Uso's wife on here. Jay,
Oh,
oh my God, I'm a
oh my
journalist and I
gosh.
didn't do my job.
I'm
Shay,
so
I'm sorry.
embarrassed.
Shay, how do you feel about Jay Uso cheating on you with Jada Parker?
He could have came home because I know he could have get a ride from Cody. Cody travels every time to go see his kids, and he didn't want to go see his kids. Maybe he want to hug up with some tramp. He want to go hug up with some girl, but you don't
hey,
want to come see me and your kids.
not too much on Jada Parker.
No, he wrong for that though on the low because like somebody's gonna record and people are gonna see that. I don't care if it wasn't even like you didn't mean to touch her side. We saw you touch her side. You know what I'm saying?
So this did happen.
Huh?
So this did happen for real.
I
Yeah,
guess
so I'm
so.
kind of sad. He
Hey,
cheated on.
Oh
hey,
man.
Chris,
I
Jay
mean,
Uso said, "Shucky ducky quack quack."
no, I feel like this right here is actually gonna stir up more for her
Hey,
than him,
hey, Chris,
simply
but if
because.
if all
I
this
mean,
is
it
real,
could go either way. It could go either
if,
way, Chris.
if all this is real, do you think Trick Williams and Jay Uso are boys, and Trick Williams is dating Jada Parker. So
Oh,
Last
I thought it
legend.
was Lash.
no, oh yeah, it is Last Legend. But anyway,
No, you
um,
good.
I thought it was her, but anyway, I think with this, I think it's man, Jay Uso, why are you getting why are you getting in all this trouble, dude?
Hey,
Sit down,
hey,
sit
hold
down
on
somewhere.
now. Hey, you see what's on the back of Jada Parker?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
on,
oh,
I ain't
oh,
gonna lie. That might be a little bit of worth. I'm sorry.
oh, oh,
No,
I,
it's not worth it. Don't cheating is
I'm a,
bad. Cheating is bad.
hey,
I'm not
hey,
even
hey,
gonna finish my
I'm a
sentence.
eat all up in
He
it.
acting like Jimmy now.
No,
I'm gonna eat
I
all
ain't
up
gonna. I'm not even gonna finish my sentence. I'm sorry. Nobody should cheat. Nobody should cheat.
in it. Hey, little big
But
man,
I'm saying,
little big man, I'm gonna eat all up in it.
yeah, I'm saying though. Hey, she's nice. She's
Ducky,
nice.
quack,
But in all seriousness, though, in all seriousness, he shouldn't cheat. He shouldn't cheat.
Definitely.
But that's it. I guess nobody got nothing else to add to it. Then we will
hey
move
y'all,
on.
this is what podcast is all about. We make jokes. So if y'all don't like
I
it,
mean, you right. Yeah, he wanted to ride that. He wanted to ride the wave for sure.
you want to ride that
Oh,
That's
boat?
y'all,
a lot of
Jay
waves back there. That's a
Jay
lot of waves.
posted on his Instagram and said, y'all wilding or something like that. Y'all tripping or something like that.
I don't know, Jay. I don't
I don't know.
know. That was from what I'm being told. What is in that video? It seemed like she was rubbing on your thighs a little seductively.
Hey, I get. Hey, I guess that was the main event right there.
Hey, he had a main event.
The main event.
But all right. So
Enough of that.
enough of that.
We
Getting
can
on
go on
track
and
here.
on.
Boom. Background change again. Now we on to some more stuff. Mr. Corey Graves. So if you guys haven't been
Oh man,
if you guys haven't been following what's been going on with Mr. Corey Graves, let me break it down to you like this.
Oh,
So have you noticed that since Pat McAfee came back, they announced that Pat McAfee and Michael Cole would be the color commentators for Monday Night Raw.
mm-hmm.
And so then that leads to a question: where do Wade Barrett and Joe Tessitore go? Well, it turns out they go to SmackDown, and it was rumored for a minute that it was going to be a 3-man booth. It was going to be Corey Graves, Joe Tessitore, and Wade Barrett. But when that SmackDown aired, it was only Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett. Where was Corey Graves? We didn't see Corey Graves until NXT New Year's Evil. Now, when I watched it, it caught me off guard because I heard Booker T, I heard the other guy that be with Booker T, and then I kept hearing somebody else. I'm like, that sounds like Corey Graves. Is Corey Graves on New Year's Evil? And then they show the commentary. I'm like, holy crap! They downgraded Corey Graves back to NXT. But hold on, before I continue, I think Say Beer has something to say to you, Shay. Says, stand by your man. You supposed to be wifey.
Oh, sorry, I was mute. He gonna hear it when he get home. How about that? Yes.
But so now that I got that part of the way, right? We know where Corey Graves at. The controversy with Corey Graves is this. He's been vocal on social media about his downgrade. I don't have it pulled up. I can't remember exactly what he said. But in short, it was something along the lines of imagine working your whole life to achieve your dream, only to be told not. It was he put in parentheses that he didn't choose not to be a wrestler. He was referring to not be wrestling, and he said he didn't choose not to be a wrestler. He was told that he couldn't do it no more because of an injury, that he couldn't wrestle, only to then work your butt out to achieve your dream adjacent being on the announcer table and being good at it, being effing good at it. And then when you want to enjoy your fruits of your labors, I guess he went to go enjoy the fruits of his labor and end up being demoted to NXT, and he made reference to because he's not famous enough. And I think that people were saying that was a shot at Pat McAfee because he was saying that Pat McAfee was more famous than him, and since he was more famous, they demoted him to NXT. And while Pat McAfee got his role on the main roster. So now the controversy is we knew that Pat McAfee was coming back. If anybody was going to get relegated to NXT or whatever,
it should have been another guy.
I thought it was going to be Wade Barrett, to be honest. I thought Wade
Yeah,
Barrett
exactly. That's what I said.
I thought Wade Barrett was going to be the one to get downgraded and Corey would stay on the main roster. But no, they downgraded Corey. So Corey has been very vocal on social media about his displeasure of it. And it's even been in videos showing how when he was on New Year's Evil, he looked displeased. He sounded displeased. He looked displeased, like he was visibly irritated that he was there. And then when I look back at it, I'm like, yeah, he did sound like he didn't want to be there. He did sound like he was a little irritated and displeased. Not maybe how the videos on YouTube was making it, but he did sound like he did not want to be there. He didn't look happy at all. He didn't look happy. And I would understand because it caught me off guard. I was thrown off. I was put off by the fact that he was there. I didn't know that Corey was going to be on NXT, and apparently nobody on the NXT roster knew that he was going to be there. It was like a surprise to everybody. So, so this topic now is, what do y'all guys think about Corey Graves and his grievances? Oh, and before I let you go, guys, thanks to, I think that was Jeff who sent it, that Pat McAfee would not be on this upcoming Monday on Netflix, which is also caused controversy because it's coming after the whole Corey Graves tweets and all that type of stuff. So they don't know if Corey Graves is going to be on there. They don't know if they're keeping Pat McAfee off of there because of what Corey Graves said, and they're trying to appease him. There's also rumors that they're scared that he might try to go to. They don't want to fire him because he might try to go to AEW. They said they might even say he got suspended because he didn't show up on. He did tweet that he got lots to say and tune in to this week's NXT, but he wasn't on this week's NXT. So there's a lot of things going around. There's a lot of moving parts to this story. Nobody knows if it work, shoot work, anything. But I just wanted to put that out there too about the whole Pat McAfee thing. But like I said, it's a free for all. So take the floor, whoever want to take the floor.
Let me read what Sabier said real quick, then I'll go. NXT to me is not considered a downgrade. Well, it's not considered a downgrade to me. You're on TV and you work. Well, yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, you working for Shawn Michaels, or if you working like for, I mean, either way, or you on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, it's not really a downgrade whatsoever. As long as you're not on like freaking Ring of Honor or something where you're not even singing at all, or like on the indie circuit at the commentary table.
Good thing you're not on TV.
I mean, yeah, it's not a downgrade. I mean, from me, from you,
but you're probably getting paid more money too.
From our position, looking at it, being on NXT is not a downgrade. I would love to be upgraded from this to NXT, but you know.
Right. Just imagine like we be writers.
I'm definitely would get that Lola Vice though. If I got upgraded to NXT, I'm coming for Lola.
I'm coming for everybody.
She'll have to knock me out.
They're gonna fire me day one.
They're gonna be like, bro, you got hired to be on NXT, and the first thing you did was try to harass Lola Vice. I was like, did you see what she got cracking?
No, forget Lola Vice.
Yes.
Hell, I'll go out to Jaida Parker myself. It's not a downgrade, but people are saying it's a downgrade because he was already on NXT. And then he went to the main roster. It goes back to the fact that anytime somebody from the main roster go back to NXT, they always say it's a downgrade. So that's why it's considered a downgrade for Corey. That's why people are saying it's a downgrade, because that's how they used it for just regular wrestlers. Like when Bailey or anybody goes back to NXT, they're gonna be like, oh, they got downgraded to NXT because at the end of the day, people see NXT as a developmental brand, and they treat it like that because they consider Raw and SmackDown the main roster, and that's how they even worded within their company. They worded like, oh yeah, one day they're going to be on the main roster. They don't consider NXT a main roster. So
right. That's just like you being at a job and you become you're like an employee, and then you become a manager, and then they say, oh, we're going to demote you back to a regular employee. That's the same thing.
That's the same thing. So if this is real, I can understand where Corey's coming from.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Chris, because you was in the middle of your thoughts.
Oh no, you're good. As I was saying before, like you said a little bit, man, you thought it was gonna be Wade Barrett. I thought it was gonna be Wade Barrett as well. And just have him do the little kickoff panel thing like they do for the PLEs. But Gordon Graves, he's definitely good when but with Jesse Tessitore on Raw, and also Wade Barrett when they were on Raw before this Netflix era, they were honestly kind of boring to me on Raw. I was like, man, where's Michael Cole at? And then so now we got
You said way better. Joe Tessitore was boring.
to me just a little bit. They were boring to me. But I mean, also a lot of people don't like.
I think Joe Tessitore was coming into his own because
Man, like
he was way better than the one guy they had on there with Corey and
Talking about
Rhodes.
Mark. Are you talking about Mario Ronaldo?
Not what no the one guy that went from being backstage, the dude that was in the one guy that was interviewing people backstage, and they put him on.
Byron Saxton.
Not Byron Saxton, the white guy.
Um,
oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name.
He was the guy that Joe Tessitore replaced.
He's short, right?
Yeah, he was the remember he was the guy
yeah,
that
it's not.
just didn't
It's not
he
Big
just
Joseph.
didn't work, and then they fired him because it didn't work. I'm like, remember we kept saying they shouldn't have
You
fired
know who
him.
you're talking about? Oh, you're talking about Kevin Patrick.
Yeah,
Yes,
Patrick,
yes.
Kevin
Kevin
Patrick.
Patrick. They said I still to this day
You're
believe they should have
excellent.
never fired Kevin Patrick. They could they
Yeah,
should have never
yeah.
put
Just take
him
him
on
up.
commentary. They should have
Yeah,
never
just
put
take
him
him
on
up.
commentary.
Just put him on a kickoff panel. I mean, that's what you do with Big E.
Yeah, like he should have been
Yeah.
relegated to the kickoff panel or something, but you shouldn't have fired him.
He
That
should
was
have had.
y'all decision that y'all put him on there. But point is though, Joe Tessitore is doing way better than him. It feels more natural for Joe in that position because he's making it his own and he's growing into it. It seemed like Patrick just could never figure it out.
Right.
And I mean, and plus, just Tessitore is also doing good too. Even though when he speaks, he's like mellow tone, like it's like coming up next on Monday Night Raw. He's like real mellow tone. And then when
Mm.
something like, especially when Jay won the title, is won the Intercontinental title, to be specific. When he won that, he had a good reaction to it as well. But is he play by play?
I can't remember. I had to go back and watch it because like one of them is the play-by-play and one of them is the analyst. I think like I think Michael Cole. I know for a fact I think Michael Cole's the analyst and Pat McAfee is the play-by-play. I think that's how it was for Corey Graves too. So I would like to say that he was the analyst and Wade Barrett Joe Tessitore was the analyst and Wade Barrett was the play-by-play.
Hmm.
But I do wonder when since he won't be at Raw this week, according to another news source thing, that he won't be on Monday Night Raw either this week, as they were gonna like WWE was gonna put him on Monday Night Raw, for him missing NXT, but now he's not even gonna be on Monday Night Raw this upcoming Monday.
So who will be
Well,
on the Raw?
Is another news report that came out, but yeah, I don't know.
it was another news report that came out.
No. Correct. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I think it was Pat McAfee won't be on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I'm about to say
That
you
is
talking
who
about
it
Pat
was. I'm
McAfee,
sorry.
right?
Right, Pat McAfee. Scratch
Yeah,
that.
Pat McAfee won't be on Monday Night Raw, but
Of
I
course,
think
for this
they
Corey
might
Graves
put
stuff.
They probably go put Corey Graves on Monday Night Raw to replace Pat.
Right, because Pat still got his football stuff to do. So I wonder
Yeah,
how
this is
that
getting
will.
messy.
It's definitely getting messy. It definitely is.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, Vic Joseph on NXT, he's fine with he's fine with where he's at.
Shoot, put me on Monday Night Raw on the
Yeah,
commentator
hey,
commentator
I
table.
mean, it
Now
ain't that
we'll
damn
put you
hard.
on.
It ain't that damn hard. I mean, I guess you got to read. You got to read off a script a little bit. You can tell
Hey,
sometimes they be
I'm
reading off a
breaking character.
script instead of just reacting to what's
I'm
happening in the
breaking
ring.
character. I'm
Now we can
breaking
put
character.
you. No, Jeff, we can actually put you on commentary in the middle with Booker T and Big Joseph.
I'm gonna be like Shucky Ducky Quack Quack.
Sucky ducky. Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be some sucky ducky quack quack. You put me on NXT. That's where all the cheats
Uh-huh.
at. All
I would
the
have been
cheats are
happy to be on
on
NXT
NXT.
with Booker T.
Wolf Patrick. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But you
Yeah,
put me on the
step,
main roster and I get to see Mommy and Bailey.
especially when they come
Yeah,
flying.
yeah.
Yeah, especially like when like wrestlers go flying across the table at you.
Oh yeah. If you got me on the commentary table and Rhea get thrown across the table, I'm catching her. I'm catching Rhea.
Bro,
I'm gonna go down and be like, oh, you hear me like,
bro,
oh
throw,
god.
hey,
Rhea gonna be
hey,
like, man, get off me.
hey,
Oh, I'm sorry,
Throw
I held on
Bianca,
to you too long.
throw Bianca over there my way.
Yeah. Oh, Bianca J. I'm gonna be like, yes. Come throw
Especially,
them my
especially
way.
Jade. Especially Jade. They gonna have to
Oh
pick up
yeah.
a
What do you
little
Oh
off the
what
ground.
what are you gonna do that? What are you gonna do that little thing like AJ Styles did Naomi at one point when he caught her in midair
yeah.
at
Oh
like a
yeah.
house show.
Call it mid air and stuff.
I'm a
Jimmy wasn't having that.
bro. They could put Hornswoggle on me.
But no. Yeah, this whole thing with Pat and Corey, it's just all messy now. It's all messy because we don't know if it's a work, we don't know if it's a suit, we don't, we don't know what's going on. We honestly don't know. And then there's rumors too that this could be a setup for a Corey Graves and Pat McAfee match because we do know if we remember all those months ago because it was supposed to be last year's Royal Rumble. Corey was supposed to come into the match itself because they found. Because remember, they said he was medically cleared that whatever injury he had that had to stop him from being a wrestler is gone, and he actually can return it back to being a wrestler. So it
And you
could
know,
be.
and you
It could
know
be.
they said that Pat McAfee is going to be in the Royal Rumble again this year.
Yeah, so hey, this could be a way to write Corey Graves back into wrestling. Who knows?
And Corey Graves did say he wants to do one more match, and that's it. And then
Yeah,
he's gonna hang up the boots for for good.
I feel for Corey. Like if this is true, I feel for Corey though, because like it would be hard for me to work my butt off to be a WWE superstar, only to get one injury, one freaking injury, and now I can't be a superstar no more. And you just live it in a what if scenario. What if I didn't get injured? How big of a WWE superstar I would be in that ring? So
That's
I
how
feel for Corey at times. So if
that's
this
kind
is
of
true,
how
I
I
feel
feel
for
about
him.
Big E. Even though
Oh,
his
it's yeah, definitely Biggie. Because
because
I believe it. I still say it to this day. Is Vince McMahon never put Big E in the mid card division in the tag team division and stuff, he would have just kept him where he was. He wouldn't have got injured.
because if he would have when they got injured, he he would have had that title for a long time. That world title for a long time. That WWE title for a long time.
Or he at least would have won it back. He would have probably beat Brock Lesnar or somebody. But we would never know, right? Uh, Shay, we haven't heard from you. What's your thoughts on this whole Corey Graves stuff?
I feel bad for Corey because we all know Corey been on that on the commentator thing before Pat McAfee ever been on there. He been on there even when his wife was wrestling Carmella. So I can't believe they took him off. I guess because I know that Pat and Michael Cole work good together. We all know that. But y'all could at least put Pat, not even Pat. Y'all could at least put Corey Grave on SmackDown with Wade Barrett. But y'all didn't do that. Y'all did the opposite, and y'all put him on Netflix. Not Netflix. I wish. And y'all put him on NXT, and now I see how he feel because it's just like he. Yeah, they're WWE superstars, but he's been with SmackDown or Raw for the longest. You see what I'm saying? He just got on that NXT. I mean,
Mm,
now I'm not saying he has to study these people all over again, but he not used to that. He's used to SmackDown and Raw.
yeah, yeah.
And
he
Pat
wouldn't.
just came out of nowhere. Boom, I'm on the show. Like, what?
I
I
mean,
like
yeah,
Pat, but dang.
I love Pat too, but yeah, I see where you're coming from. I see. Um,
Yep.
I Wade he wouldn't work with Wade Barry because him and Wade basically do the same thing. They play that same tweener villain commentator role where sometimes Wade is on sometimes Wade will talk good about the good guy, but he mostly be on the bad guy side. And Corey Graves do that. So you have to pair Corey and Wade with Michael Cole or Joe Tessitore because they like the opposite of Michael Cole and Joe Tessitore. But especially Corey Graves. Corey Graves always been like that heel commentator. Uh, I just I don't know. It's messy. This is a messy situation. Um, Anybody else got anything to add about Corey Graves?
Messy World Wrestling.
Let's see. Nobody got anything to add about the Corey Graves situation. All right then. So this is just, I guess, the random. Anybody got any random news? Cause I can't remember nothing after Corey Graves.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I do.
I
Yeah,
got to go back and look at the app because there was so much stuff that y'all was sending
yeah.
through the app. I got to go back and
Um.
look. I can't remember nothing after that.
So, hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. So WWE views Malachi Black as a potential top singles act ahead of his AEW departure. It goes on. It goes on to say. It says, according to a report by PW Torch, influential figures in WWE are strong supporters of Malachi Black and view him as, as I said before, top single star. This makes it clear if he were to return to WWE, he would likely be welcomed and given a significant role in the company. It was previously reported that Malachi Black also fought against AEW, extending his contract by adding injury time to it, as he has missed a lot of time because of injuries. However, they worked out a deal to pretty much to make him a free agent very soon. So,
Hmm.
thoughts on that, you guys?
mm.
My boy, well, he won't be Malachi Black. He'll probably be Alistair again.
Yeah, he'll be Alistair again. He'll be
Yeah.
Alistair.
I mean, my point of view on it, I mean, he's not a bad wrestler. I would love to see him return to WWE. His last match he had in WWE was on SmackDown, and I remember it was against Big E. And I feel like when he does return, I mean, you guys seen how those great matches he had in NXT at one point. But when he does return, I would like to actually see him on Monday Night Raw.
Hmm. Okay.
Ooh.
Hmm.
To be honest, for me, I want if he does come back, I want him to try and recruit his boys, the boys that he had in his group, the House of Black. I would like to see him try to recruit them to the WWE because like he worked well with them guys. You know who I'm talking about, Chris?
Which who was it?
The guys that's in House of Black. I
You
said
said you
Yes,
want you
but
want
yeah,
his
yeah.
other members to jump ship
I
too.
said I said I want the other members to come to
Oh
WWE as
yeah,
well. You know, because
yeah.
like
Brody King and
they work.
Buddy Matthews.
Yes, they work
And
real good.
he actually called him his uh somebody on AEW called him his WWE name. Um, what did they call him? They said but I think they said Buddy Murphy, and then I was
Oh
like
yeah,
Buddy
yeah, yeah.
Matthews.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was funny.
Hmm.
It was that I think they said something about how Buddy and the other guy was getting talked to by Adam or I'm sorry, Cope. we
Copeland. Hmm.
we get talked to about Cope and the other guy and the dude that was in the ring with Buddy was like, look at here, Buddy Murphy. I mean, then he called him Buddy Matthews. So I'm like, okay. I mean, everybody slips up, but it was
But yeah,
funny.
but I don't see Buddy. I'm about to call him Buddy Buddy Murphy, Buddy Matthews. I don't see him coming back because he just resigned with AEW not too long ago.
He
So
Yeah,
did.
about a couple. Yes, I think it was like
it's like a 5 year deal.
I would. Yeah, I think he signed that. I think it was either
He signed that before
October,
Thanksgiving.
November, somewhere
Yeah,
around there.
he signed it before
October,
Oh,
Thanksgiving
November.
okay, yeah. Then he had no plans of coming back. Cause
because
I could have sworn him and Alistair both wanted to come back to WWE.
Rhea wanted him to come back, but he ended up signing that deal
Yeah,
because there was talks with the WWE, but AEW, offered him
must have
more
offered him
money,
that moolah.
offered him that money before WWE could.
All right, I ain't mad at it.
But yeah, I ain't mad at him either,
That needs more time with me and mommy.
bro.
Yeah.
Chris, but all this stuff with John Moxley, oh my gosh,
Oh
What's
yeah,
going
the
on
Death
with Mr.
Riders. Yeah.
Moxley?
explain that to me,
Oh,
Chris. Explain
okay.
that to me. I seen something about that with John.
So the whole idea of John Moxley, of course, currently is the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, but he doesn't carry the title. He asked this lady, Marina Shafir, carrying the title in some kind of like lock briefcase. And he has Claudio Castagnoli, which is Cesaro. He also has Neville. Yeah, well, I'm just say their WWE name. He has
Yeah.
Neville with him, of course, and he has this other guy. So they're pretty much called the Death Riders. They supposed to be taking over AEW. Everyone was speculating that they thought it was going to be like a Shane McMahon, is coming in to like help out with the show and all that stuff. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Now a lot so like now it's like John Moxley don't have a true opponent. They're pretty much looking at like Jeff Jarrett is trying to go after the AEW World title. And
Mm.
I'm like, wait, what? And but that's pretty much the thing. That's pretty much what's going on. It's like the group is pointless. It's kind of like how people now are viewing the Wyatt Six. Like the group is pointless. Like why they're bringing it. Like why they're bringing like the Wyatt, like why they're trying to reform like this Wyatt Six thing when it's not going nowhere. There's no good booking or anything like that for it. So it's somewhat similar to what people are seeing as far as like the Wyatt Six. So
Well, my counter to that would be, at least for the Y6, would be, remember, this is what we wanted. We didn't want them in no major storyline for no titles or nothing like that. We wanted them out. We wanted them to have significant storylines outside of that. And WWE really don't know how to make significant stories outside of evolving the title. It's very hard to make a story stick like that. That story with Carmelo and Andrade, those are very few times where you don't have a title involved and you can put on those many matches and make it good. They don't do that many. They didn't even do that good back in the day. So it's not like they got that ability. Now with the Y6, can you tell good stories with the Y6? Yeah, of course. But it's very hard when you're trying to keep them grounded and away from the mystic stuff. Like, remember with Bray Wyatt, it was more mystical. He had these otherworldly powers. He had these otherworldly things. With the Wyatt Six, they're more grounded. They're not mystical like how Bray Wyatt was, but they honor his memory. But they're not mystical, so that's why it seems like they're not really doing nothing with them. But in fact, they really are. It's just this is what we asked for. We just don't like what we getting. But for Moxley, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I mean,
So
I don't know what to say about it. I mean, John Moxley, I I hope. I mean, they should. They got a plethora of talent in AEW, so he should have somebody to face.
Hey, Chris, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Bobby Lashley want to go after the title?
I'm gonna say, yeah, ain't Bobby Lashley there?
Because I know at one point he wanted to go after the title, and then Swerve Strickland, he want he wanted it back, but you know how that is right now. He's he's going after Ricochet,
Yeah.
and they got Prince Puma. They have Prince Puma come out there and hit Ricochet in the back with the chair, and
Mm.
then he started dancing while Ricochet on the ground. I'm like, come on now.
Goddamn
Yeah,
Prince Nana.
doing that
Prince Nana.
jump.
Yeah, that Prince Nana, he just while Ricochet's on the ground, they hit him with the chair. I'm just like, come on. I'm like, and then here comes Swerve Strickland from the back to the
Yeah,
ring.
Swerve Strickland is definitely helping out Ricochet though to get this winning streak about him versus like Ricochet being all nice and all buddy, kind of like he was when he was in WWE.
Now that we talking about AEW.
But I will say this, that to your question about John Moxley, before Jeff continues. Yeah, don't he got Swerve, he got Bobby Lashley, he got Okada, he got a lot. They got a lot of people they could throw at John Moxley. I don't understand why they say they don't got nobody. They got a lot of people they could throw at him. Just
Yo,
gotta book
so
it right.
so um another person that's been gone for a while came back. Samoa Joe.
Oh yeah, I
Joe,
seen this.
Joe, Joe.
Joe. He
Joe.
came back. He came back like yesterday, last night for the show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that was he attacked, but he came back. Um, for Joe, he's been around a long time. Um, man, I can see Joe facing Moxley for the title. To be honest,
Yeah, I can see him facing him for the title.
hey Chris, and we probably never gonna see this person back to wrestling again. Keith Lee.
Oh yeah, this man only been on TV since he's been there probably like maybe like a year, maybe like a year and a half. That's the only time. That would be the
Yeah, because
last
he's
time I ever
been
seen him because they still supposed to do him versus Swerve Strickland.
yeah, because he's been
Well,
getting
no,
hurt. That's why he ain't been on TV.
Mm.
Like every time he fights somebody, he get hurt. He get hurt, and then he's off for like
gotta go play with Ava toys.
for so
Play with
long.
toys? Toys?
Mm,
And
title
then
of children.
and then the other thing, the news, Chris Chris Jericho.
Oh yeah.
Let me
Chris
take.
Jericho talking about
Let me.
he's never retiring
Okay,
from
Ric
wrestling.
Flair. Tell them something they never
Yeah,
want to retire. Hey, I
yeah. He
love
said he's.
Y2J Chris Jericho. I do.
Bro,
I love my
bro, he's
boy
gonna be
Chris
another
Jericho.
Undertaker.
But no, Jericho,
Bro,
eventually you're gonna have to hang it up, man. You don't even look like yourself anymore.
bro,
Yeah, you
bro,
like a whole
he
Ric
needs to just
Flair.
go. He just need to go.
I'm bloated, Ric Flair. Bloated.
He
Like
just
a
need to go
whole
on
Ric
tour
Flair.
forever. Go on tour forever with Judas, please.
Chris,
Oh,
Chris, Chris Jericho. Look at that. Look at me.
oh.
Retire,
You know,
Jericho.
you know who else
Retire.
need to leave
Camera, big
AEW?
man.
Hey, Chris, you know who else need to leave?
I just don't want him to outstay his welcome. Like you know how once somebody like Chris Jericho just gets so old that it's just like you get ready.
Bro, he's 52.
Like, come on, man. It's like I want Chris Jericho to be remembered as the man who beat Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock in the same match. I don't
Come
want
on,
him to overdo it and mess up his legacy.
like give him the list of Jericho. Give him the list of Jericho gimmick again in
Right.
AEW. Like, bro,
You just made the list.
you just made the list,
that
Yeah.
was a good gimmick.
bro. And the other person that I hate that they're just wasting his talent, even though he needs to sit down somewhere. Ah, Christian,
Who you got, Jeff?
Christian,
Christian?
Christian.
Oh yeah, he's he has like this he has a contract where he can pretty much like kind of like cash in when he wants to on the AEW World Title.
Mm.
right? Because like Christian, he was when he first got there, they did a lot with him, and then he he was in the back seat, and then he came back, and then he was in the back seat again, and now he got that contract to where he can cash in anytime for a world title. Like, okay, I get it, but even though he's a he he's a former WWE superstar, I get that, but still, like if you gonna bring them stars back, to he- have them help those young stars develop instead of giving them a title shot. Quit giving quit giving all these old head title shots. Like
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
deserve it.
especially Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett. But no, I was about to say I thought they were doing their good work with Christian.
But MJ,
From what I was seeing, I'm like
MJF cut him in
I
that
wouldn't
promo
mind seeing
yesterday.
Christian
Bruh,
going for a world title.
that MJF promo, oh my god. That was Chef's kiss right there. That promo was good. Man, some of these WWE superstars need to, you know, take some pointers from MJF. I, I'm not gonna say no names. Y'all should know who I'm talking about because some of these stars, yes. I'm not gonna get started with some of these other superstars like uh Liquid Kaiser.
Liquid,
I'm glad. I'm actually glad that Liquid Kaiser is actually getting some TV time.
yeah, because that whole Imperium thing is dead in the water.
And then remember when they had Giovanni.
Oh yeah,
That's what I was about to say. What happened to Giovanni? This dude
he was still.
had like 2 appearances on SmackDown and they forgot about him. I'm like, what the heck?
I
I'm
guess he's
like,
taking a.
we made
I
a
guess
big spectacle out of all this,
I
and
guess
the
he's
only
taking a
person
long
that's getting
hiatus.
pushed is Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser.
I guess he's
Giovanni
taking.
got pushed for about 2 weeks, and then
Now
they
that,
just said, go to catering.
I guess he's taking a
yeah,
long hiatus.
yeah, 'cause that was bad. I don't know what I do not know what they did with my boy Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide about to get released.
Hey, but
I
look at
think
this. But look at this. What's his name's gonna get more time than him? When Bad Bunny come out, he gonna get more screen time than him.
It's Bad Bunny, of course.
No,
yeah,
I'm just saying like
yeah.
Giovanni's an actual
Speak
superstar, and Bad
real,
Bunny's not.
real,
But I'm just saying, like, come on, give him some screen
real,
time.
real quick. Speaking of Bad Bunny, it says here Triple H drops a major hint on Bad Bunny WWE return. So pretty much what happened was Triple H congratulated you know Bad Bunny on his new singles on his new track music that he has
New
out,
album, yeah.
and then yeah, and Triple H said uh New tracks echo through the stadium while you make your way down that aisle to the ring. Epic. Soon. Talk soon. Treated. Retweet. Tweeted. Triple H. Excuse me.
It's probably gonna be at the Rumble. It's probably gonna be at the
But
Rumble.
yeah, I
Well,
still cannot forget when Bad Bunny came and they were in his hometown.
That
That
was
crowd.
fire. He
Yeah,
That
need to
was
get a
too.
new theme song because that one is old. That's an old song.
because
Hopefully they do change it.
there's rumors that he's gonna fight Logan Paul.
Yeah.
well, isn't Logan
Actually
Paul
speaking,
isn't Logan
I
Paul
was
doing
just
a
about to
fight?
say that. Yeah, it
Huh?
says Logan Paul calls out Conor McGregor over the $250 million super fight rumors.
Yeah, he called
So
him out too, but he also called out Bad Bunny because Bad Bunny said he wants to come back for another match, and Logan Paul said, "Hey, I'm looking for a fight. Well,
Mhm.
why
so
don't you fight? Why
this is
don't you fight me?"
this is what Logan Paul pretty much said here. If Conor McGregor wants to fight, we're running it. It's an epic fight. I would step away from WWE for. Um, Paul said there is a catch. If WWE President Nick Khan made matches that make at least 250 million, Logan says he'll stay right where he is. Paul didn't stop there, throwing some shade at Conor McGregor's contract situation with the UFC. He said,
Mhm.
"I think he's trying to pressure Dana White into making it happen. He's owned by the UFC. He can't I can't say this word on YouTube. Effing
Yeah.
it. Oh, I'll just say the after part of it. Um, let alone fight without them knowing. So you're pretty much
Mm.
saying that Conor McGregor is pretty much scared, and he's saying that if they pay him $250 million to actually, well, I mean, you're not going to get $250 million in WWE unless you're like a Roman Reigns or a Seth Rollins or somebody or
Brock
maybe The
Lesnar.
Rock. Yeah, you ain't getting that. Oh no.
That's why I couldn't understand why he would come to WWE anyway to be a superstar because he was making more money off of boxing matches than he
Well,
would in
well,
WWE.
only reason why he came to WWE because he said that was a dream of his as a kid to become a WWE superstar, and so he's he must have fulfilled his dream and win titles and all this. You know, he's still young, and so he wants to, you know, like everybody else, fulfill their dream, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't knock him for that.
No,
Wanting
no,
to
you can't.
fulfill his dreams.
You can't. I just feel like if you're going to, well, I guess I can see them putting the title. They put the United States title on him. I'm pretty sure they're gonna put the world title or the WWE title on him.
Not no time soon, but
Not no time soon, but soon.
I'd rather for him in a tag team than with the world title. To be honest,
Oh no, they want that they gonna want that money that's gonna come with him being world champion. They know they made Logan Paul world champion. It's gonna make them a lot of bank.
yeah, there's gonna be a lot of booze too.
And there's gonna be a lot of booze, but there's gonna be a lot of money coming in. Be a lot of money.
There's gonna be a lot of booze like it was for Hulk Hogan.
Wait, we're not even gonna touch on the Hulk Hogan situation. We ain't even gonna touch that. Um, what was it? Wasn't like Mark Henry? No, Obafemi. I think it was
Oh,
something with Obafemi, right?
yeah, they talking about with his fake accent. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Chris was telling me about that. I'm
It,
like, bro, really?
it says Obafemi shuts down accusations of fake accent after promo on NXT, and it says right here
Yes,
while
that was
speaking
my next one.
while speaking on the No Contest Wrestling podcast. Obafemi addressed accusations that he faked his accent during NXT this week. Femi stated that even though some people online think his accent is fake, he actually grew up in Nigeria for 19 years, and this is his real accent. He admitted that it might be a bit exaggerated on TV, but it's still how he talks. Okay. So he said he might exaggerate the accent a little bit, but that's pretty much him.
I thought it was fake, kind of how
No,
what's his face did Apollo Crews.
Kofi Kingston.
Apollo Cruz and Kofi Kingston. In
They
my
say
opinion,
they said he
in my
said
opinion, I don't
he
think
said
they accents
Kingston
are
was
fake.
fake.
I don't think their accents are fake. They just learn how to speak without the accent. Cause that's the same thing. Like you would like the dude Tom Holland who plays Spider-Man. He knows he could talk. He could talk in his regular accent, which is I think he's like from London or something like that. It's like he talks with one like
Yeah,
that London
England.
accent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But he also could talk. He talk with an American accent. There's a lot of actors that do that. There's a lot of wrestlers that do that. Kofi Kingston and Apollo Crews, they could probably talk with American
Apollo Crews.
accent
Yeah,
and
Apollo
their
Crews is from
native accent. So it's like I don't
Nigeria.
think it's fake. They could just turn it on and
I think
off.
he's really from Nigeria. But
Yeah, I
American,
think Apollo Crews really is from Nigeria.
yeah, his I think his parents is from Nigeria, but he's from the states.
Yeah,
So
he's from the state, but yeah, his parents from Nigeria.
yeah,
hey,
so
hey Jeff.
huh?
Hey, who said that about Kobe Kingston one time? They asked him what happened to his accent, and they
Oh,
said,
that was
uh,
Triple
they
H's
say he,
son.
oh, okay, they say he was Jamaican.
yeah, to fake it.
Yeah, cause it was a segment. It was a segment on Raw, and they did something, and Kofi Kingston got on the mic and started talking. And at first, nobody paid attention to it till like, but Triple H, and it was like they were doing it because they was DX at the time. They was like, oh yeah, but one thing, where did your accent go? And everybody was like, "Oh yeah, he did. He ain't had no accent." It was like, and he was looking around like, "Oh no, like yeah, bro."
They're not gonna always have that accent. Like, you know,
Yeah, they're not gonna always have their accent. I know.
Right,
I know that.
right. Right. That's just like Rey Mysterio. You know, he's
speaking
not
Spanish.
always gonna speak Spanish. Yeah, I mean, what's his name? Penta. I mean, you can tell he connects
Yeah,
well with his American fans.
a lot of people talking about, oh, he can't speak good English. Well,
He
that's a
sounded
lot of
pretty good to me.
that's a lot of Hispanics
Yeah,
that can't. There's a lot of Hispanics that can't speak.
he was he he,
Mm-hmm.
he was better than Alberto.
Yeah, Alberto Del Rio.
Yo,
Okay. So what is going on with Odyssey Jones?
Odyssey Jones, he's saying that he's not he didn't do it. Like he didn't put his hands on his wife, but his wife pretty much said that hold on, let me find it. Give me 1 second here while I'm looking at this. Let's see.
so
Okay.
according to the
Oh,
video,
you got it.
according to the video, I'm just gonna put it out there. The guy said that, you know, Odyssey Jones said he didn't do it, and the guy
I
said
got it.
he believes that Odyssey Jones didn't do it, and everybody's, just saying he did just for because they don't like him or stuff like that. And I'm just like, why are people trying to ruin people's life? Like, if they say they didn't do it and you don't have the evidence that he put his hands on her, then leave him alone. And the guy said he shouldn't have got
So
fired from his job.
Okay, so that's what he was saying
this
in
is
that
what
video.
this
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah,
This
go
is
ahead.
what it's saying here. It was a police report that was filed against Archie Jones on May 23rd. The police, department received a phone call. Um, the ex partner, which was fiance, girlfriend, whatever, of Archie Jones at the time,
Uh
um, uh, said that she told officers that Palmer, aka Odyssey Jones, became extremely angry after discovering text messages she had sent to another man. She allegedly, um, at the time, he came in mad at the apartment, started throwing stuff. He slammed her on the floor twice. Twice. There are photos of bruises on her shoulders and both legs, which claim they were caused by, of course, Odyssey Jones. Were documented by the police department at of the report. However, Odyssey Jones denied the instance of battery in that report. The police report indicates that he, um, did what he did, and there were like, there were like pictures, but they don't, of course, they don't have them online that that the police seen when they got there.
right.
So Odyssey Jones, like Jeff saying, was pretty much denying the whole thing that he didn't do it.
And that's what that video was saying. It was saying basically the dude in the video that
And he
y'all
slammed her
sent,
on the floor. That's a
that's
big dude.
yeah, that's a bit dude. But the video that Jeff sent, the dude is saying he was talking like it came out that he like it was no proof that he did it, and they confirmed that he didn't do it. That's the way how he was talking. That's why I was like, wait a minute, did I miss something here? Did they confirm that Odyssey Jones didn't do it, or he just saying he believes that Odyssey Jones didn't do it? Because the way he was talking, he was for sure that Odyssey Jones didn't do it.
Yeah, so he's saying that he he think Odyssey Jones didn't do it, and so I don't think he did it because like there's no proof. Like there's no proof that he did it. Um, because there's no pictures or anything of her, got any scars or bruises or anything. So or anything, him beating her up. So it's just like why fire the man? Like keep him on the show until you have evidence to, to say, oh, he did it. If you don't have the proof, then he shouldn't be fired. That's just like any job. If you don't have evidence of whatever, then you shouldn't be fired or suspended or whatever.
No, no, you shouldn't.
So it also goes here to say that his ex partner said, I used to feel bad for Odyssey Jones and hoped he would have changed his erratic behavior and abusive ways towards me. He portrays himself to be someone to the public, like a family person. No one knows a lot of things I kept quiet and endured by Odyssey Jones. So she also said, I wanted to protect myself from
No, we lost you for there, Chris. We can't hear you now, Chris, either. We lost you both audio and wow, it's like you just dipped out. Yeah, that or I lost the audio. Yeah, like I can't hear Chris at all. Um, but no, I think it's pretty messed up though. I mean, I
Hmm.
don't know. I never seen no proof about Odyssey Jones.
Right, me either.
I never seen no proof. It was always the accusation. There was an investigation, and then he was just gone. So then I'm like, okay, so it must be some truth to it. They fired him, so it must have been some truth. But then all of a sudden, I saw that video. I'm like, where they said And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. They never came out. They never said anything. There was never like for the longest, like I haven't seen anything about Odyssey Jones, like whether it was true or not. The furthest we got with the story was that oh yeah, they got it's supposedly pictures that the police got, but they never released it to the public. So we don't know anything. We don't know if this was true, it was not true. All we got is her word against his, and according to that dude, Odyssey Jones is saying he's innocent. He didn't do anything. So if that's the case, I don't know. If he really didn't do it, then yeah, WWE owes him an apology and his job back. If he didn't do it,
And a lot of people said, "Oh, since he got fired from WWE, he may go back to the indie scene, since that's where he was before."
oh
And I'm
okay,
like, "Hey, if he goes, he goes. If not,
he goes, yeah.
then hey, it is what it is."
I at the end of the day, I think it's different from Valentine Dream because I think Valentine Dream they actually have proof of what he did.
Mm-hmm.
So he like they could fire him, but I don't understand if there really wasn't no proof about Odyssey Jones. So at the end of the day, I'm like, why did you even fire him then? Like you didn't have proof like the Valentine Dream. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't think he should have been fired, but I mean it is what it is. All right, the Hardy Boys. So we about to wrap this up. We get into that time. I know people got work in the morning. We talked about Odyssey Jones. We talked about Logan Paul. I think the only other things we talked about Chris Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
See.
We
What
talked
we
about
got?
Jada Parker
Jada Parker. Oh,
and
all right.
and the
So
Monster.
the Hardy Boys. Yeah, I was about to say the Hardy Boys. Real quick, the Hardy Boys talked about bringing the TNA tag team titles to WWE NXT. Hold on, I'm trying to
I'm
pull it.
all for it. I'll go first. I'm all for it.
Mm,
The Hardy Boys. I'm gonna say this: the Hardy Boys has always been my favorite, and still my favorite tag team. I don't care. I don't care who it is. Like the Dudleys, yeah, they were my favorites too, but they ain't got nothing on the Hardys. Um, I'm glad the Hardys, after everything they went through with the WWE that time, I'm glad they, you know, found their way back into wrestling, especially Jeff Hardy, because Jeff Hardy, that guy right there, he done been through a lot in the past couple years. If y'all know what I, if y'all know where I'm going with this,
mm-hmm.
but hey, I give, I'm clapping for the Hardy Boys. I'm glad that they back together. They tag team champions in TNA. But hey, it's time for one of the NXT tag teams to beat them and take them titles, and then they
Okay.
could take the title, the NXT tag team title.
All right. It did say here that Matt made it clear that he is open to the idea of him and Jeff showing up in WWE and feels good about that idea. He said working with TNA is great because they understand that he and Jeff still care about WWE and want to be in the Hall of Fame one day. They recently filmed something for WWE and it should be released soon. He also mentioned that the Dudley boys did the same thing a day before them, and their footage is already out. Since TNA and WWE have a good relationship, he believes there's a chance they could appear on a WWE show as TNA champions if the right moment comes. Oh, hold on. We got Shay back here. I forgot about that. So I think that would be a good idea. Either them coming back all the way back to WWE or them just using the whole TNA thing to come back to WWE. Either way, I love the Hardy Boys. I love the Dudleys. There was a couple of my favorite tag teams beyond just like the stable of DX and them and like that. But tag teams, yeah, Edge and Christian, the Dudleys, the Hardys, like they was like my tag teams. And I love the Hardys. So having them back in WWE would be very, very good. Very, very good. Especially Jeff. Especially Jeff. Um Shay, I know we haven't heard from you in a while. What do you think about the Hardy Boys coming back?
Yeah, finally they're gonna come back. Yeah, as Jeff said, I think they should switch the titles. Like somebody get the NXT, they get the NXT, somebody else get the TNA. That would be fire. Even mm, maybe they should go to the main roster too, just as like a retirement type of thing. Like, hey, we're retiring, like how John Cena did. Basically, they should do that too later on, just to show them like, hey, we was the best, that ever been ever in life. And yeah, we about to show y'all. Like we want to flip it till we can't no more.
Yeah,
Hmm. They could face
yeah.
some of the tag teams, do a farewell tour or something like that. You know.
Yeah, I would rather see them do like a farewell tour as a tag team than individuals. Like y'all started as a tag team, I think y'all should end as a tag team.
Yes.
That's how I see it. Let's see what else we got. I think we got what is that? What is the Braun Strowman saying he wanted to run it back with Alexa Bliss?
Oh, there's another thing. One of the paper they said a pay-per-view is gonna be in Paris. I can't remember which pay-per-view they said or a show or something.
I don't even. Yeah, I don't think it says. I don't think it even says it.
Mm-mm. It just says WWE's coming to Paris. I think
Yeah,
they
it
said
said
either this year or next year.
the announcement came during a fireside chat by WWE President Nick Khan in Las Vegas this morning. While the details are still under wraps, Khan confirmed that the Paris PLE will take place later this year, although the exact date and event name has yet to be publicly disclosed. This marks a return to France for WWE, adding to the list of global destinations the company has explored for their major events. While much of the conversation surrounding international PLEs has been focused on locations like Mexico, Cons confirmation of Paris sets a clear direction for WWE's ongoing global expansion in 2025. But yeah, that should be good. I mean, date Paris rocked out the last time they went. So I was just like, oh God. And I think that was last year. When didn't they go to Paris last year?
Hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, them going to Paris should be a good thing. They rocking out with Paris, man. Paris was like the crazy crowd.
So them going out of the country, period, is a good thing because
Mm.
like them crowds are just are good. Like especially when they went to what was it, England, bruh.
Yeah, I think
Them,
it was. Was it England or what was it London, England?
I think so. That crowd was wild. Even in Canada, even when they was in Canada when Sami Zayn fought I think he fought Kevin Owens. That was good. Like that crowd was behind. Sami Zayn so well,
Oh
even
yeah.
though that's his
Oh yeah.
hometown, but still, you know, Canada they love them some WWE.
They do. Yeah, Canada love them some WWE. Shay, what did you think about WWE possibly going back to Paris this year?
I mean, we're gonna have another. I mean, it's gonna be cool, but you're gonna have like another pay per view where you have to be up like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, like
Right.
just to watch it, and that's just like pew. I kind of heard through the grapevine. I think it is true. They're trying to do the backlash Mexico City. I heard it.
Yeah,
Like I heard about it.
I heard about that too. Because Penta, I think they said Penta is um I seen one with Penta on it from Mexico for Backlash.
Yep. And people keep saying, "Oh, you're lying about that. You don't work at WWE." I said, "Well, y'all gonna see it in a couple months, but probably by WrestleMania after WrestleMania, they might announce it." And I know they going to Mexico City.
Because
Okay.
him and Rey Mysterio and Dominic, I seen something with all three of them
Yeah.
on the poster for Backlash. I'm just like, what? Mexico?
And then they said something about what's his face um
Bad.
Bad Bunny, and they mad about it. He's not
Yeah,
Mexican, but he's Spanish.
yeah.
Like what?
He's from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Him and Damian Priest is from Puerto Rico.
So
Yep.
they talking about going to they said
Vegas.
you said they trying to go to Mexico for backlash.
Yeah.
And they try to go to Mexico for Backlash. Shoot,
Mexico City.
I might try and get some, might try and get some tickets.
I mean, hey,
She going to
that's
Mexico?
cool. That's cool.
Mhm.
Let's see.
I got family
Moving
in
along,
Mexico.
we got Shawn Michaels. They got something planned for him at Southern Night's main event. Said WWE's fans in San Antonio are in for a treat when Shawn Michaels makes a special appearance at the upcoming Southern Night's main event on January 25th. The Heartbreak Kid, a San Antonio native, is expected to be a part of the show, though sources suggest that while Michaels will be present, he likely won't get physically involved. So I'm like, okay. I could see him doing something with somebody outside the night's main event.
Right.
I mean, if it's in his backyard, why not have him there? I
I'm
just
surprised they didn't get Stone Cold, but I mean, I know that's not he's not from Houston, but I'm surprised they didn't
Yes, from
ask
Mexico.
him.
And
yeah,
they
I'm
said
surprised they haven't asked him to be on there. Yeah.
they said they gonna have what's his name there?
Who?
Um, not this boy Hulk. Nah, yeah, Hulk Hogan. You know Hulk
Lord.
Hogan. They gonna have Goldberg, and then they gonna have
Goldberg is on the they said Goldberg is gonna be on a 27 episode of
oh, he's gonna be
WWE
on Raw.
Netflix.
Yeah, he's gonna be on Raw. Not. And then so I think it might be Hulk Hogan then on
Yeah.
on the Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
Oh yeah, I
God.
forgot they did say something about Hulk Hogan being there. Like, oh come on, man.
Like,
I'm like,
give us a
what's
break.
Come on, man. Jesus Christ.
We're tired of him. Give us a break.
Like y'all
well
really gonna try to hammer home Hulk Hogan.
he does have that Legends deal, so they trying to use him, you know,
They need to
to the
take it
best of their
away.
ability.
They need to
Take it
take
away,
it away from him. How
just
about
take
that?
it away. I got
All
some.
right.
I got something for WWE.
Yeah,
Hold
the
on,
trash can.
hold on, hold on, Shay. His contract. Hulk Hogan's Legends contract. WWE, come here, come here, come close. Triple H, come close.
Get
Throw it
real
in
close.
throw it in the damn trash, please,
Throw it in the damn trash.
please.
Please.
For God's sake. If you don't keep Hulk Hogan off my screen,
All right, we got Jim Ross surprised by WWE's major push for Penta after AEW exit. It says Ross on his Grilling JR podcast. Ross admitted he was surprised by the hype around Penta's WWE debut. We had him here at AEW for a good while. Soft spoken guy, no trouble, hardly knew he was there until he got in the ring, and then he was phenomenal. But I was a little surprised at the hype. So what it tells me is that WWE and Triple H covet him in a significant way, where he's going to be in the main events or semi-main events within the next year, if not sooner. So what do y'all feel about JR's comments about potentially a main event run for Penta? Me myself, I can see it. I don't see it no time soon, but I can see it.
Definitely not.
Definitely not right now, but I mean,
No
can
time
it
soon.
happen? Yeah, it can happen.
bro, I've been hearing this. So people been saying that his brother is the better is the better superstar. I've never I really haven't seen them wrestle a lot, but I think, to be honest, they're a great tag team. Don't get me wrong, and I want them to be tag team champions in WWE. But at the same time, have Penta be by itself. Leave him,
Hmm.
keep him like
Please.
Shane said on Tuesday. Keep him far, far away from the freaking LWO, please.
Yes,
Rey
yes.
Please
Mysterio
do.
in general.
Keep him. Well, not Raymond. It's not really Rey Mysterio. I would say keep him away from LWO because WWE does not know how to book the LWO like how they was booked in WCW. The LWO in WCW, if it was like that, I would be like, yeah, put Penta in there, put Bad Bunny in there, whoever, because the LWO and WCW was the isness, but this LWO, oh no.
Oh,
This LWO is
big man, and people were saying I was talking to Chris about this. People were saying that Penta is the next Rey Mysterio, and then some people say, oh no, he's bigger than Rey Mysterio, so he can't he can't do none of his moves. I'm like, he doesn't have to do none of his moves to
yeah. You don't
be the
got to
next
do none of Rey Mysterio's move to be the
be the
next Rey
next Rey
Mysterio.
Mysterio. They said Ray Felix or whatever his name is the could be should be the next Rey Mysterio. I said it doesn't matter.
All right, it doesn't really
Potentially,
matter.
he is the next Rey Mysterio. If he whoever he passes the torch to, and so he passes the torch to, he could pass the torch to
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 Dragon
Dominic
Lee,
for all we know.
yeah,
Right.
Dominic, Dragon Lee, Carlito, hell, he could pass it to anybody. The thing is this: you got to realize there will never be another Eddie Guerrero. There's never going to be another Rey Mysterio. Whoever takes Rey Mysterio player is going to be the next them, not the
Yes,
next Rey Mysterio. It's going to be the next them.
just like people saying, "Oh, Damian Priest is the next Undertaker." No, no,
No,
no, no. He would never be.
especially the Undertaker. There will never be another Undertaker and or Kane. Like it's new. It's certain people that you could recreate, like Chad Gable is like the newer like the new generation version of Kurt Angle. But
Like you can have like Kevin Owens being the new version of like a Stone Cold
Stone
Steve
Cold,
Austin.
yeah.
I can see that.
But no. Undertaker, no.
And then remember when he said, "Oh, Austin Theory is gonna be the next John Cena." Like, bro, get that. I'm
No.
like, get that garbage out of here.
If anybody's gonna be the next John Cena, it's gonna be Cody Rhodes.
Right.
That's Cody. That's the only person that's about to be the next John Cena. If anything, is Cody Rhodes. Okay, we got what another two stories. I think that's it. Oh no, it's just one. No, it's two. Okay, yeah. So WrestleMania. What is this? WrestleMania 42. Yeah. WWE is expected to hold a special press conference during Super Bowl 59 weekend in New Orleans. It's expected to take place somewhere between February 6th and 8th, where the company may possibly announce WrestleMania 42 in New Orleans. This could be very similar to WWE hosting a press conference in Las Vegas to announce WrestleMania 41. How do y'all feel about WrestleMania 42 being back in New Orleans?
Uh, I'm definitely going. If that's the case, I'll go to that. That's right
Party
down the
down on
street.
Bourbon Street.
That's down the street.
Bro. In New Orleans, ah,
New Orleans.
if they gonna have a famous person
Please, Little Wayne, please be.
there.
Please do it.
You took the
Lil
words
Wayne.
right out of my mouth. If they have a rapper or a singer or anybody do to perform at WrestleMania, it has to be Lil Wayne.
Mm. And they know they
Hmm.
can make it happen 'cause they just had him on there, and he's like the person who's seen the new intro, him and Two Chains for NXT. So
Because
and Two Chains has been on there himself too, so I can see it.
it's just like they gypped him for the Super Bowl. Like
Hmm.
he wanted to
Well, he
perform.
said I thought he didn't want to do it. I thought he
No,
said he didn't want to do it.
no, he wanted to do it.
They just
He
did that
asked
because Kendrick is like popping. They do it because of popularity and Jay Z don't like Little Wayne.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I kept hearing like he didn't want to do it, and Jay Z was like the reason why he couldn't get on there because Jay Z didn't want him on there. It was like so much controversy with that.
But they say Drake passed like 3 times. So how could you give it to Kendrick but not try Drake again? That's really weird.
Yeah, because of the whole Drake and Kendrick beef, and since Kendrick came out the clear winner of that beef, they wanted to put him on there because he was super hot and super popular.
Oh,
I guess it is what it
shoot,
is. I guess.
shoot. They could have gave it to Travis Scott for all I care.
Yeah.
Yeah, Travis would have
Hey, my
killed
boy
that.
Travis Scott was on there smoking on that premiere
He didn't
NXT
even sing a
on
tune.
the
I was looking for the
on
lyrics.
Netflix. My boy came out with Jay Uso and was blowing a tree.
And then he had the security behind him. They was getting blazed too.
Right. My boy Jay said I saw a video with Jay. He said he was when he was doing the little yeet. He said he was trying to blow the smoke away because he said it was kids by them and everything. He said
Hmm.
he didn't want to get high. He didn't want them to get high, but he said, dang, he wanted to hit it though too. I said no.
You know what the crazy part is? That black man that's a security, that's some, I don't think that was him right then, but he be walking around. That's the same one that escorted Bianca. Remember when I went met Bianca and them? That's the
Uh-huh.
same security guard was walking back and forth to make sure it was like safe or whatever. I think he was a horrible security guard. Ah,
Yeah, cause
Cause he
it's
walked
like y'all.
away.
It's like cause according to you, it's like anybody could have got to Bianca there before he got there, right?
But no, he was talking to Jade and the security. The security guy was talking with Jade, signing autographs on the right of me, so he didn't even care.
Oh wow. Oh wow. All right. Well, the final story before we wrap it up here is none other than my boy Dwayne The Rock Johnson. and involves him and Rhea Ripley. It said after appearing on WWE Raw and returning to the Udo follow to Roman Reigns, which I again was stupid. The Rock met Rhea Ripley privately and told her, "Thank you for carrying the company." And I say this to you, Rocky boy. Come here. Get in the camera. Get in the camera, Rocky. You do realize it was more than Rhea Ripley there last year, right? Becky Lynch was still there. Liv Morgan was there. Uh, Pretty sure Bailey was there. Bianca, Jade. There was a lot of people that carried.
Naya.
Was she the most popular? Yes. And hell, I think Charlotte was there for for a moment before her injury. So I don't understand. Thanks for this for her carrying the company. Okay, I
I
guess.
could I could have
I mean, I guess.
I could have carried the company better than her.
But is it really? How is you? Is it really carrying the company where you're not making new matches? We literally been stuck since the summertime in a vortex of Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley feud with Liv Morgan getting a momentary victory. She hurt Rhea. Rhea had to relinquish the title. Then she beat Becky Lynch for the title to Becky put her over before leaving. And then she beat Rhea at SummerSlam and then went on a massive loser streak to Rhea
Look.
up until now.
Who carried the women's division? Liv.
Roxanne Perez.
I'm talking about on the main roster.
I'm gonna say, cause if anything, the NXT women's division was carrying everybody.
On the main roster, I'm gonna say Liv Morgan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She had a hell of a year last year.
I'm gonna
Despite it being stupid, she was given the crown jewel
Right.
championship and slash or ring.
and I'm gonna say Bianca Belair.
Yeah, Bianca Belair.
Shoot, even Jay being there for the short time. Jay Jay
Yeah,
Carter.
Jade.
Yeet.
I would definitely say Naya though. Naya had a good year. Like
Oh
she was
yeah.
dominating everybody.
Oh yeah. Nia Jax had an extremely good year.
She
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
our queen of the ring, Naya.
Oh
She still
no,
is our queen in the ring, actually.
Queen Naya.
no.
Queen is still Queen Nia.
Yep.
It's still Queen Nia.
Yes.
She just don't have the title. She still got her Queen in the Ring title. She just don't have a title no more.
Hey, I'm saying it for
Right.
the next Queen of the Ring.
Who?
You know they gonna put it on. You know who they're gonna put it on, right? It's,
Jade?
it's gonna be Charlotte. You know
Of
they gonna.
course.
You know they gonna. You know
And
they gonna
it's
on
either
Charlotte.
But wouldn't she
it's
have the title by then?
probably.
If she doesn't have the title, it's either gonna be Charlotte. I say Charlotte.
I hope she don't
Becky.
because
Or
Tiffany don't need
Naomi?
Tiffany don't need to be a transitional champion. She
It's
really
either
don't.
gonna be. It's either gonna be Charlotte, Becky, Bianca, or I could see Jade.
Mm,
Mm.
Just saying.
yeah.
I'm just throwing out some names. Like by that
I
time,
I see because Tiffany won it this year. I see Roxanne winning the women's Money in the Bank briefcase this year.
I could
mm,
see that.
I see Roxanne doing that, and I see
Or Alexa Bliss.
if oh yeah, Alexa Bliss, and if Jay Uso is not world champion by then, I
I
see
want to
him
see.
winning the
I
man's
want to
Money
see.
in the Bank.
I want to see Liv Morgan win. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Liv Morgan winning too.
But
Right.
but the thing is, I don't want her to get screwed over. I don't want her. to cash in, and then
That jump will be sick if she cash in on that girl,
look,
boy. I'ma
look,
cry.
look, she cash in, and then they do the Drew McIntyre.
No, no, please, God, no. Do not waste the contracts. If she gets
Yeah.
the contract, let her cash in, be champion, and quit screwing her over.
No, Rhea gonna be mad. Oh, she gonna be mad.
And Jesus Christ, if it's Rhea Bloody Ripley, let Liv Morgan be her. Jesus Christ. Look at this. Oh, you made me cuss. Look at the stuff that we in now. With this, because now we're in this weird story vortex where Rhea Ripley comes out on Raw and she's not even getting confronted by a Raw superstar. She's getting confronted by SmackDown superstars for her title. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
What does Bailey? What does Bailey got to do with it?
No,
What
I
did
did not want to
Nia
see
have to
that.
do with it?
Oh,
Nia
I thought you
or
said
Bailey
something.
didn't have nothing to do with it.
Bro, did y'all see? Did y'all? I know you seen it, little big man. The little pictures I posted in the group for the elimination chamber. I'm just like, bro, why do they have Bailey and why do they have Nia on the freaking poster for that title? Like, come on.
Yeah,
Not
that
unless
was
not unless they're gonna do a draft and they go over.
that. I mean, that's what it looked like. Maybe they got drafted to the what you call it, to the same to the same roster, so now they're in the same elimination chamber. I don't know.
Or are they making it to where, you know, it doesn't matter about the brand split anymore?
Yeah, if they want whoever they want on the show.
Yeah, yeah, but then again, I haven't heard any rumor about a possible, like, not them caring about the brand split.
Right, me neither.
So,
But
and
you never know.
I hope it's not like that, because the brand, to me, the brand split is the best thing for WWE. When it's not the brand split, that stuff is boring and confusing. I like when they're just separate on each other's brand, on their brands, and the feuds are
Right, 'cause
with the people on their
you see,
brands.
like before, you see the same superstars every week fighting the same
Right.
superstar. Like,
No,
no,
when they don't have the brand split, they just do a lot of repeats, and that gets
Yep.
boring. I'm like, bro, we just seen this Monday. Why is we seeing this on Friday?
Yep.
And
perfect
then they did
example.
it week
Perfect
after
example.
week after week.
Charlotte versus Bianca, or Becky versus Charlotte.
Oh, I
No,
do not want to see that again.
no,
Never again.
no.
Never again.
We done seen that a million times. Like, no, I will write WWE personally if that happens.
I'd rather see Rhea versus dang on Raquel than see that.
Yeah,
I
at
rather
Like,
see
least
come
the
it
on.
be at least it's something semi new.
I rather see the
Yeah.
trash can than to see that match.
Jesus Christ, daddy, man.
Shoot, go home with your father, please.
Well, I say that is all that we got for the wrestling news.
Let me not crash out. Come on,
Okay, we'll be here all day now that we talk
come on.
about Rhea and Liv. But yeah, that's all we got. That's all we got. This was a good video. This was a good wrestling news video. We covered a lot. We went back and forth between TNA, WWE, AEW. Hey, it was a good wrestling video. Good wrestling video. Uh, I want to give a shout out to my co-host. Uh, wait, before I do, so y'all can see their YouTube names. There we go. My man, to this way right here, Jeff. Get over to his YouTube channel, Jeff Wrestling 24. He's been having a go with the YouTube gods, and I always say we probably gonna need to have a little War Games match with them, man, because they've been doing my boy Jeff dirty. But hey, he's trucking in there. He's going along. So get over to the channel, hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things for him because we
I'm
want to
at
get
30
this.
subscribers, y'all. 30
He had 30
subscribers.
subscribers. I wanted this man to be at 1,000. He should be at 1,000, but that's why I say. I say I'll go beyond 500. Though 500 would be nice, but I want him to get to 1,000, and he only could do it with you guys' support. So again, hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things for him to get him there.
I love
Um,
you, Solo.
let me smarten you up. Let me smarten you up, Roman. So you see my other co-host, right? Shay. Shay is the person, if you like football and you like wrestling and you always thought to yourself, if there is a channel that just does football and wrestling, here you go. Get over to her channel, know the rules, because she does both. She does football, she does wrestling. She bring you that desired for you right there. Shay is also known as Know the Rules. So get over there, hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things for her because we want her to get to 500, even 1,000, even beyond subscribers. So get over there and
To
support her.
infinity and beyond.
Get over there and support her because she got the football videos, she got the wrestling videos, and again, you see it on the screen. It's Know the Rules. And we're gonna give another shout out to the boy, the man who was
The
having the
man,
most of the difficulties throughout the video. But Chris
the man.
Wrestling Views. Get over there to his channel, hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button because that man is cruising. He is selling towards that 100,000 subscriber mark. And man, when he gets there, wouldn't it be nice for you guys to see him with that YouTube plaque? That YouTube plaque just right there in the video.
Yo, help him get to 1 million subscribers. A million. A
Yeah,
million.
even 1 million.
A million. As Lil
And
Wayne said.
he,
A million.
but he can only do it with your support. And again, so that means you got to get over there and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things for him. We want Chris Wrestling Views to get to 100,000, 1 million. We want him to get there.
Oh,
So
and we can't forget kicking in with Leo.
kicking in with Leo. We can't forget about him. Get over there and hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things for him. Because I'm pretty sure he's over 500 right now. Because you said he was pretty close. So if he is over 500, let's get him to 1,000. So yeah, hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things for him. Again, that is kicking it with Leo.
Shout out to Hector.
Yep.
Shout out to Punch.
Yep. Shout out to Hector. Shout out to Punch. And oh yeah, me, by the way, forgot about me. There, get over there to Little Bit Man Gaming, where I do wrestling videos, reaction videos, I do reviews, I do gameplay, I do all of it. I just did a live before I did this live playing Dead Island 2. So I do it all. I do everything in there. I upload some videos earlier. You know, it is what it is. But if you like all that, get over there, hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. I need you guys' help to do so. And I can't do it without you guys. I love you guys because when you do, there's a reward for one lucky tribe member. But speaking of the rewards, there's one final channel to shout out, and that's this channel right here, the Wrestling Pit Podcast. So I'm gonna need you to hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, do all those great things because when we get to 500 subscribers, or you blow past that, we get beyond, there's a reward for one lucky pit member. And trust me, I seen what the future holds for that reward. I seen the
Oh,
reward.
guys, before no, I'm not gonna spill the beans. I'm not gonna do it. Or should we?
Nah, we're gonna keep it under wraps. We're gonna keep it under wraps. But
Well, we might as well say it because Shane already spilled the beans. in the last video?
No, he didn't spill the beans in the last video.
Okay, okay, okay.
No, he didn't say he we just we teased it, but he didn't say what it was. But there is something, and we seen it. We have seen it. We know what it
Mm-hmm.
is. But what it is, you won't know until we get to that 500 subscriber mark. So again, hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button for the rest of the Pit podcast, because that's what bringing you this video. And we will very much appreciate it, because one day we will all be in the same room doing the podcast. We might maybe even at WrestleMania. Who knows what the future holds, but we know 2025 is going to be the year of the Wrestling Pit podcast. With that said, we're going to
Oh,
get out of here.
another thing before we end it.
Oh,
If anybody wants, my bad, y'all. But if anybody wants to join Wrestling Pit Podcast, go ahead, hit up Chris Wrestling Views or Little Big Man Gaming, and they will, you know, get you started with the group. We're
yeah.
looking for more females
Oh,
to
yeah.
join.
But it's a sausage fetch over here. We need some more females for Shay. You know, she needs some backup when it comes to us guys. But no, we're an ever expanding family. The door is open for anybody. Because again, this is a place where, as you saw, we just talk about everything wrestling. That's what we do. That's all we do. We share our opinions. We talk about wrestling news. Hey,
Don't be afraid.
Don't
Don't
be
be afraid
afraid.
to join.
Don't be afraid. But with that being said, we're gonna close this deep pit news out by saying Wrestling Pit Podcast, baby.
Wrestling Pit Podcast, baby.
Yes, yes. Oh Lord, Solo, we love you. And
I'm
y'all
crying.
y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. And
My tribal chief.
we'll see you Saturday for the SmackDown review. Peace out. Much love.